Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in and talk a little bit about why Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp are offline. Right, a lot of people been writing me now. We all know if you guys follow me, if you guys know, what I'm about. You know that my background was in software engineering, right? So I spent a lot of time in software engineering. I got a bachelor's degree in computer science. I studied graduate school at USF for computer science, software security. So I do understand these things a little bit, right? So So this is what's happening, right? Like the thing that the scary thing, and I'm gonna tell you this is that there's something happening on these platforms. I'm gonna tell you why, right? If you go to Instagram right now, there's a 500 generic error. 500 generic error is something that you never want people to see on a website. If you run a website, if you run a company, a 500 error is the worst error that can be because it's a generic error, and it comes from the server itself, right? So whatever that's a scary error because there's a huge error on the server, right? The 500 error is the scariest error because it's you don't know what it is, right? You just see it coming, So that's a scary. Like if you go to Instagram right now, let's share it on the screen. Because I want you guys to take a look at it, right? If we go to Instagram right now, what we're going to see here is a pure 500 error, right? That's it, right? Let's take a look. 500 error, right? And that's like I said, is that any software engineer, any web developer, any web designer knows that you never want people to see this error. This is the worst error you could possibly show, right? Is that, or I mean, the worst error is like showing database details and stuff, I should say. But like I'm saying, if you take software security in hand and you've already practiced those concepts on your site, this is the worst error besides the security, like you're showing security information, right? It's a pretty bad error, right? So what does that mean is that they're taking a while to fix it. So what I think happens, I think they got hacked, right? They're never going to admit that. They're never going to say it. They claim it's a DNS error, but they always say it's a DNS error. So for those you don't know what a DNS error is, a DNS error is when so the domain name server, right? So what that does is that when somebody goes to a website, it's almost like a database that matches the IP address up with the name, right? So www.instagram.com. So what it does, it translates that number and sends people to the number of the server. If you go back a while back, back in time, the people when people access the internet, they used to put domain names in there, right? So they put IP address, 1.92, whatever the address was, and that's how you get to a site. But because people couldn't understand that, they came up with a concept called DNS, domain name service, right? So instead of me typing a number in, which are hard to remember, I could just type a name in, .com, .info, whatever, and it would take me to the site. It would translate that into a number, and then the computer would go to the number of the server, the IP address of the server, right? So, and on a regular server, man, like if I'm running a server in my house, what happens is that domain name server would translate that address to one IP address because all I got is one server here. So maybe it's just one address. But with Facebook, they got thousands and thousands and maybe a million servers, right? So what happens in that step is that it translates it and it picks a random or a specific IP address and it sends you to that one. So it's kind of it's called load balancing, right? So that's what happens, right? But so they claim that it's the DNS server going down. That's what they claim, but I doubt that's what it is. I think it's more. I think they're being hacked. They should have things in place to redundancies and backups to fix it quickly. I think it's a severe hack on Instagram right now, and they're never going to admit it. I mean, they're never going to admit it, but they're being hacked right now. And like the depth or exactly what's being hacked, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you, but I believe that they're being hacked right now. Right? That's what I think. So you guys got any input? All right. So any questions, guys? Yeah, they'll never admit it. They'll never admit it. They'll and any kind of sues, they'll just settle because the thing about it is that if somebody does sue them, they'll never take it to court because that's when all that stuff gets public, right? So they'll never take it to court. What they'll do is that they'll just settle with the people because they'll never want this to get out. But I'm pretty sure, I'm telling you, they're probably being hacked. More than likely, they're being hacked, right? me a second here. Any questions you guys have, I'm here to answer them for you. So, I mean, we could talk about other stuff too, Bitcoin, crypto, whatever. I don't care. I just want to talk about this hack. Oh, this is, yeah. And the thing about it is that, there was a bunch of information released on Facebook and Instagram yesterday. They said they were one, manipulating children into using their platforms more, and two, that they were promoting hate in order to make money. So that happened yesterday. So maybe something like that has something to do with it. I don't know, but it could have something to do with this, right? So that, like I said, a lot of information was released on this yesterday. So if a hack attempt does get out, Facebook will go down, but it's probably going down now. But I don't know what's Facebook at now. Let's take a look. A second here. A second here. I'm trying to do something. So, like I said, while I'm doing this, you guys can ask any questions you want, and I'll be happy to answer 'em. I'm here for answer questions, right? I love answering questions for you guys. Let me see. What am I doing here? Love Ashley Jewel. You are absolutely right. Facebook owns Instagram and WhatsApp, so none of their platforms are working. Let's go ahead. So somebody asked a question. What do you think is a DOS attack? So what they're talking about is a denial of service attack, DOS attack. So it could be, but I doubt that's what it is. I think it's something deeper because I mean, like, wait, let's take a look at take a look at what the domain registers to. Give me a second. I'm going to do that. Let's take a look at some of the data and see what's happening here. Let's look deeper into this. Let's go into DNS and we're going to see what's happening with the domain name right now. In a second here. You bring this up. So could it be solar flares from last week? Nah, the thing about something like solar flares is that it would affect everybody. It wouldn't just affect one site. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what it is. It would be like internet wide, right? So everybody would be doing it. So that's not exactly what it is. So let's take a look at into DNS. Let's see what happens when we try to resolve. And also, you guys get a lesson on DNS and how these things work. So that may be, it's always good to learn more information, right? But let's take a look at this DNS. So then what this is, this into DNS. So like we discussed before, what happens with a website is that when I type in a domain name, which is in alphanumeric, that means letters and numbers, and I type it in. So what happens, the DNS server, the domain name service, what it does is it converts that domain into a number, right? So then what happens there is then the number is where the server is actually at. So it goes to the server, right? So let's figure out what's happening here. So what we're going to do, what this service does is it checks to see what's happening behind the scenes. So let's put in Instagram. Let's see if Instagram is still it's still, I got a 500 error. Now that 500 error is gone, so they got rid of that. So they're working on something. Now the DNS thing is messed up. So they got rid of the generic 500 error, but let's see if they're going to they're working on it right now. It's kind of exciting, right? Let's see where it's at now. What we're going to do is we're going to run a service run a report and see what's happening with that DNS server. We got a question here. So it says, since you have an IT background, did you consider developing a social media platform app? Not really. I may do it in the future, but I don't know if I have any interest in that right now because it requires so much money. It's the thing about developing like a social a media platform is that you need so many people to instantly get on the site to be successful, right? Especially like a generic social media, maybe like one in a certain niche or something, but it's just too much, man. It's like, you just need a huge amount of money. No matter how good your idea is that you need money to compete with these other social media platforms. So I just don't, that's not something I want to do right now. But like I said, if maybe in the future, I would like to do so. I would like to do something like that. So let's take a look at what happened here. So if we look up here, domain name records, right? So we did get some IP addresses back this time. So it does look okay. So they are working on something. Here we go. We got an A records off. No A records found, but I don't know if that's normal or not. But it looks like it's a little bit better than it was earlier when I checked this morning. So you normally, if something's off, you'll get a red exclamation point here. But they had a few this morning. But now I think they've gotten rid of the 500 generic error. But let's see. Yeah, now they're just back to a domain name error. The DNS server doesn't have their records more than likely, or something's off with the records. Yeah, it looks like a DNS attack. So let me see. Somebody did say, I think I agree with you. I think it is a DNS attack. And this is the thing about it is that this is a good point. And I like this. I like what you're saying. Love Ashley Jewell says, if you're a business owner, make sure you have email and phone number databases to reach your audience via email and text marketing, right? Or build your own app. And that's a good point, is that we can't depend on these services, man, because you don't know if we don't know if this is ever going to come back. I mean, not 95% chance it's coming back, but you don't know that for sure. You don't know if somebody can delete the old database. Things like that have happened before. You don't know what can happen, right? So we don't know if maybe this shakes confidence in these apps and all of a sudden people go to another app. So it's always good to build your networks, build your databases outside of Instagram, outside of social media completely. And what does that mean? That means getting your email list up, getting phone numbers. Let people double opt in. Never steal phone numbers. Never use them for their unintended purposes. I hate when people do that, and it's not moral and it's actually illegal, right? But let people opt into your email list. Let people opt in to your text messaging list. So if anything happens, you have contact with with the people that were following you, that were supporting you in your business. Also, build other social media networks, right? So you may only have Instagram, you may only have Facebook. Make sure you rebuild it outside. So if something happens, you got a backup. Always think about that. We talk about risk management in stocks and options and investments, but it's the same thing in a business. You have to constantly keep one eye on risk management, the other eye on building profit, right? But I'm gonna tell you this is one of my biggest mistakes as a business owner. When I was younger, I had a very, very good business when I was about 27, 28. And one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life is that the entire business, all the money, all the profit, I had 14 employees. We were making $80,000, $90,000 a month in revenue, more than that, really about 100,000. That was like profit. I think revenue was like 140, 150. But it was making a good amount of money, right? So during that time, all of my leads, everybody that called my company came in through Google, right? So back then I was extraordinarily good at what's called SEO, so search engine optimization. So I was able to build that, build it up through that. So I had anytime you looked up web design, web development, and anywhere in Florida, I would show up. So I had a lot of calls coming in. I hired somebody to take care of the calls, do business development, and that's all I had to do. I'm making money hand over foot. Woke up one morning, all my pages were gone. Instead of being on the first on page 1, I was on page 6, 7, 8. And ain't nobody. How many people actually go to page 2 on Google? Nobody, right? So I'm on page 6. Nobody's gonna ever go to my site. All of a sudden, the traffic dropped down to 0, no leads coming in, and I never got it back, right? And that's what caused the downward spiral in my company, to where I ended up making all this money. I ended up going into debt, trying to save the company, right? That's because I put everything I had on one specific app, one specific platform, which was Google, right? So I vowed to never do that again, and I encourage you guys to do not do that, right? Man, build if you're on LinkedIn right now and you're listening, and you got your whole business working on LinkedIn, you got to start building off of LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube right now, if you're on Instagram right now, you got to build it outside of that because you don't want to base your entire well-being on one particular platform, right? Because you see what's happening now. A lot of people aren't making any money today, right? Because these things are down. A lot of people can't contact with their friends. That's another thing you need to do is that some people only contact each other through Instagram. So they don't, they can't meet each other. Like you have to make sure you get people's numbers out off of Instagram, even friends and family, right? Because some people date on Instagram, right? And they'll talk the whole time on Instagram. I'll meet you here, okay, whatever. And then the Instagram goes down. You don't know how to contact the person. There's no way, right? Because you never got their number because you put too much faith in Instagram and their services. So they said now it's a DNS spoofing attack. Let me see what's happening. Let's take a look at what's happening now. It's kind of been down for a while. It's been down for about 3 hours, and that's ridiculous. So something serious is going on. I'm not. They're going to get the site back up 100%. But I'm just saying something serious is going on. So there's no new news. Also, Oculus VR. Facebook owns Oculus, the 3D headset, and that's down too. Everything's down. That's what I don't understand. That's one thing that I don't understand with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. I guess they save money on servers and stuff by just having everything under one like a unified server system. And that could be right. Maybe I just don't understand the cost. The cost benefits of that. But I don't know why they don't have all of this stuff separated. I guess they got server centers and they just put it all in one. I mean, that would make sense to a point, but I just think they should have some of this stuff separated, right? So if one goes down, they all don't go down. It seems like that's not, and like I said, it's probably a cost benefit to that I'm unaware of, but I just think that it's weird that they do that. So how many people have Is Coinbase down also? No, it's no news that Coinbase is down. So I don't know. Do you think it will cause the spike? Let's take a look at the price. Yeah, it's dropping, but it was dropping in today anyway. So let's take a look at this stock. Yeah, it's down another. It fell 4% since that happened. So it is falling, right? Because people, like I said, uncertainty causes stocks to fall, right? People don't want to pay it. Anything something happens, people don't ain't even sure if they're going to ever be back on. So it's going to start. It may be a good. Let's see what Bitcoin was doing before all this happened. Before we start making predictions. So let's take a look here. So if you can see the screen, see if I can make it a little better. All right, so we can see the screen here. We see Yahoo Finance. We see where it was at. Let's look at what it's at today. So it's been a straight downward line today, right? So let's get rid of some of this stuff. I got 2 RSIs here. I don't really need that right now, but we'll take off these Bollinger Bands too. Just take a look at the pure chart. So we're taking a look at it, right? We go back to 11 o'clock. We see that it was actually recovering at 11, but then it went all the way back down after all this stuff happened. But if we take a look at the 5-day chart, yeah, it was a big drop this morning. That's because that data got released yesterday. So Facebook is going through 2 or 3 things. So right now, let's take a look at the RSI now to see if it's an oversell happening. Because whenever these events happening, sometimes we can make money because it's an oversell. Let's see what's happening. Now, what is that? There we go. So let's take a look at it on the day. Let's do 15 minutes. Let's do a little closer. Let's do 5 minutes. Let's take a look at just today. It was an oversell this morning, but it's kind of like it's not really that bad now. Yeah, it's kind of now it was one this morning, but you still wouldn't have made any money. Let's do a little bit farther out. Let's do 5 days, and we'll zoom in on today. Let's do 30 minutes. See if anything different. Yeah, on the 30 minutes, it looks like it is. It is. That's on. Yeah, that's on one day though. Yeah, but it's kind of close to the line, so it is kind of an oversell happening, but it's not going below the 20 line here. So let's take a look at it. So can you show everybody a website called Down Protect? Yeah, let's do Down Detector. So let's show it. Let's take a look at Down Detector, right? So if we take a look at that, we put Instagram in here. All right, so we do have a bunch of problems. Like we look at it, right? So we have if we look at the map, we'll see where these things are happening all over the world. So right now, it's just major cities, I guess. So it is there's a bunch of problems all over the world, right? If we see this is a map of all the problems and everything that's happening with Instagram right now. I wish I could see it bigger, but I wish I could see a world map. But there was a spike. If you take a look at the chart, what this site does is it tracks downages down, on websites, right? But it was a spike this morning at about 11:40, but it's kind of coming down. So they are fixing the problem right now. Let's take a look. Maybe it's fixed. Nope, still not fixed. But they're fixing it. You can tell by the outages are coming down. So they're fixing it probably region by region or something like that. And they may have fixed Facebook, but they're working on Instagram now. Somebody says, so the Instagram servers are still down? Yeah, they're still down. They're still down. So somebody says, a great time to buy put options. I don't know about that, man, because think about stuff like this. Whenever there's an event, people tend to oversell, right? So they just start getting rid of it because there's uncertainty. So if it were me, and like I said, I'm not going to do either one because I'm not really interested in Facebook right now. But let's say I had some money that somebody had a gun to my head and said, you got to put 1,000 into Facebook right now, right? So what I would look at it and say, well, I'd be better off putting that now in, a call option and hope it recovers tomorrow. I think you got a better chance of recovery tomorrow and into the next of the week, other than it continuing to go down. I think that it's a better chance of a recovery because it's already close to the RSI already shows us that it's kind of it's already a close, very very close to an oversell, right? So I think a recover. I think it may continue down a little bit more, but I think a recovery is more likely than it just continuing to crash down for the rest of the week or the short term. I don't know what's going to happen 6 months from now, but that's what I would say. Okay, so hacked in UK. No, what is this? I don't know what this is. Somebody just said, check him out on Twitter or something, I guess. Got a question here from Richard. Recovery means it would get back to the last closing price. Recovery means that it's just going to go up from where it's at now, right? So let's take another look at this chart, and I could tell you where it looks like it could be, right? It may not recover back to that level, but it's going to be it'll be a bounce back because it's going straight down now, and that's most stocks don't, they don't do that. They kind of like it's going to be impulses and corrections, but it's going straight down because of what's happening with the last 2 days. But like I said, whenever these events happen, it's always people always panic and they oversell, right? If you look at right now, it was the price was basically stable. Let's take a look at let's put the moving average on and see what the price was. Let's do a 200 day. I want to do a 500 day. Do a 200 day, we remove the 500 or 50, I mean. So we see the price was stable 2 days before at about through 240. Now it's at 222. So it's down about $20 lower than where it probably should be. Right? So a lot of times, like I said, it will retrace itself back to the moving average, which is like 338, 340. So I think once today's over, once the outages come back around, I think we'll see like a retracement back to like let's say 237, 238. I mean, 338. I mean, I think it's going to bounce back to that. Like I said, if I had $1,000, somebody had a gun in my head and say, "Man, you got to pick one or the other," I'd rather say that it's going to go back up in the next 2 days rather than it's going to go back down. But like I said, we're still. Let's take a look at the site and see if it's back up. Still down. Right, so like I said, my opinion on this for those of you just joining, I think Instagram is being hacked, but that doesn't mean anything. Like a lot of sites get hacked. It's not really a big deal, but it's something going on that they're not able to. First of all, the first sign that something was bad was the 500 error, right? And if anybody on this live right now is a web designer or web developer or a software engineer, you know that you never show anybody a 500 error. A generic 500 error is like the worst error you could show people, right? Because it shows that your site is not ran correctly. It's a bunch of reasons why you don't show that, right? You always show something or you got a screen or something. So that means that whoever hacked it or whatever the issue is so deep that it passed all those protocols they had to stop, to not show these generic errors like that. So that means it's pretty deep, right? So whoever's doing this or whatever's doing this is causing a pretty deep problem. And they're probably scrambling right now to fix it. So somebody says the app's not working in Nigeria either. So, you guys, any questions? Anything you want me to answer? Because I'm gonna try to stay on until they fix it. 'Cause I mean, like, all right. So somebody says global outage is not working here in Germany. It's not working in Germany either. So it's all over the world. These things are happening, right? The calls are too expensive. What are the calls that somebody says the calls on Facebook are too expensive? Now, what do you mean by too expensive? Too expensive for like the price, or too expensive as in trend? Like the let's take a look at what he's saying. Maybe the implied volatility is too high. Let's take a look. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do a play on Facebook. I'm just exploring it, right? So you can do whatever you want with this information, but I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you do it or not do it. I just want to make sure you guys know. I'm not saying do it or not do it, right? So Instagram's back up. Somebody just reported. Let's see. Uh, Nope, it's still down. So Facebook is stuck. Take a look. Somebody said the options are too expensive. Let's see if they see what they're talking about. So let's say if we're going to buy one for, let's say, next Friday. The implied volatility, it's not that bad, really. No, it's not too expensive. I mean, they're too expensive, like because it's $75, $80 each. I mean, that's why it's too expensive. But like I said, the ones that are outside the money are pretty cheap. $800 to get into this one. So I mean, like, actually, I mean, it may be a good chance. I mean, you could lose your money, but man, the implied volatility is extremely low on this, and it's probably a high chance of recovery. What is it at now? What's big? What is it? Facebook at? So 25, right outside the money. So it would have to happen in the next 2 days because this is for next week or the next day. So I think a recovery could happen. But like I said, I don't have enough confidence to actually do this play though. But it does look like it could be a good play here, right outside the money at 325. Hope for a recovery tomorrow or I mean, what's the day? Monday. So you got like 3 days before time decay starts eating it up. So yeah, it may be a decent play, but you have the play has to you'd have to make a decision by Wednesday in or out, right? So like I said, I'm not telling you what to buy and sell, but it looks like it could be a decent play based on what's happening right now. Somebody has a question. Do you think having a decentralized platform would help stop problems like this? Meaning the site would run on the blockchain. A site can't run on the blockchain. That's impossible. Now, that's the people. People have now. And I'm not trying to like shoot you down, and I'm really trying to explain what the blockchain is. Right? Is that the blockchain as it is today? You can't run a site on it. And I'm gonna tell you why is because the blockchain is just a bunch of basically a bunch of text data. It's very, very expensive to store any kind of like for example, in Ethereum, I can store data on Ethereum, but let's say I wanted to store, a 10, like maybe a message to you saying, hey, how's it going? And it may only cost me a few dollars, right? But once we start trying to store real data that people use, images, documents, video, it's a ridiculous amount of data. Like I could send you 8, 9, 10 bytes, and yeah, that'd be okay. Maybe 50 bytes or something. That may not cost that much. But once we start working with this media data, like stuff that we're looking at, videos, audios, graphics, stuff like that, it's way too much. And think about the internet as a whole. It's way too much data going back and forth on the internet for the blockchain to be able to handle it right now as it is today. In the future, yeah, but when people say websites and stuff are running on the blockchain, what they mean is that the blockchain is incentivizing it, right? But the actual technology is in a layer above the blockchain, right? So if they like for example, they say, well, we're gonna store like artwork on the blockchain, right? So they're not technically storing artwork on the blockchain. What they do in most cases, they do what's called a hash of the graphic, right? Or either they do a pointer to the graphic, one or the other. Then they store the pointer data on the blockchain. For example, let's say if I got a painting right here, right? A big painting, right? And it's an NFT and I want to store it on the blockchain, right? I can't store that. I can't scan that painting and store it. It's way too much data. It would cost me $1 million to store it, right? So I can't do that. So what I do is I can get a hash of that, or I can what a hash is that you get basically an encrypted set of characters that represent that painting. Or I can do like just a number. I can say, well, this is painting number 779. It was created this day, and this is who owns it. I can store that on the blockchain, and now people can buy that like a copyright, right? It tells you the date, what the artwork piece is, what it's made, and this is the pointer to it. So this is the number that's on the painting, right? I can store that on there, but I can't store the actual painting. It's too much data, right? So that's how people store things on the blockchain. It's not just, but I can't store a video on the blockchain. It's not impossible, but it would cost you so much money, it wouldn't even be feasible because the blockchain is made to handle small amounts of data, back and forth, transactions. I sent this much money to this dude on this day, encrypt that piece of information, add it to a block, and put it on the blockchain, right? That's not that much data, right? But like I can tell you right now how much data the blockchain, how much data the Bitcoin processes a day. So all we got to do is look up how much data is in a block. I don't really know. Let's see how much data every 10 minutes. You get 32 megabytes gets processed. That's Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's get a look at the entire blockchain. What's in there right now? So in the entire blockchain, how much data? How many gigabytes? Okay, so look at this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think that's it. Let me make sure I get it backed up. Let's see how big the entire blockchain is right now. So right now, the entire blockchain for the last 11 years of transactions in Bitcoin over the entire world, right? I'm gonna put this up there so you guys can see it. So over the entire world, every transaction that's ever taken place in history with Bitcoin, right? So how big do you guys think that is? I want you guys to tell me, say, how big do you think the blockchain is right now, the Bitcoin blockchain? How much data bytes or terabytes or gigabytes do you think's in that? Give me some answers before I put this on there. Because I want you to understand the blockchain can't handle that much data. Remember, Bitcoin has been out for 11 years, processing data 24 hours a day of all transactions in Bitcoin in all of history for 11 years, 24 hours a day, right? So what is it? Let's take a look. The entire blockchain size is 367 gigabytes since 2009. Now, that seems like a lot, but some people's computers got more. Let me see how much. Let's take a look at my computer. Let's see how many gigabytes I got on my computer. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Shelton. Look it up. That's 100% true. It's all the data because it's not that much data. It's all text basically. Text data don't take that much. That doesn't take that much, right? Text data is cheap, right? It's not that much data. When you convert that text and you start using video, audio, that's when the files get big. The files are small when you're just doing text. Let's take a look at my system, right? How many gigabytes I got on this system? I can't even get. I forgot how to get to that. Let's take a look at the C drive. So take a look at the C drive. I'm gonna do properties. So I got 279 gigabytes on my computer right now. Right. So that means this computer, if I had like 100 gigabytes, I can store every transaction that ever took place in Bitcoin on my personal computer right now. Right. So that's then when we have these ideas that the blockchain can do this, that, and the other, we're not there yet. Nowhere near there yet. You see what I'm saying? I mean, every day it may only process a few megabytes. That's it. Right. So your phone, some people's phones have more. I don't know how many. Yeah, some people's phones have this much. If you got 512 gigabytes on your phone, you got more space than the entire Bitcoin blockchain ever in history, right? So it's not that big, and it can't do a lot of things that people. IG is sort of working. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Instagram, see if it's working. No, it's not working. The website's not. Maybe the app is. So we're gonna stay on till the website comes back up. So we got some. Yeah, the blockchain is roughly about 400 gigabytes, but this is over 11 years, 24 hours of the transactions of where every transaction that ever took place. 400 gigabytes. It ain't that much, man. Computers have more than that on their hard drives. So these ideas that we're going to do all of this stuff with the blockchain can't happen. We can't run the internet on the blockchain. It ain't enough information. It's not fast enough, right? But we can. What people do is the blockchain is like a big database, and then they could build layers on top of that in order to make it so. So the blockchain is like the underlying technology, right? How's it going, Caleb? How you doing, man? So, like, if you guys enjoy what we're talking about and you're not a subscriber, I hope you guys choose to subscribe right now. So hit that button at the top, subscribe, and like this video. I'd really appreciate it from you guys. Like the video and subscribe, right? I was hoping. So we got a question. So somebody says Instagram is not working now. Yeah, I don't think it's working either. I don't see it. Maybe the app is working. Anybody confirm that the app is working? Maybe. So anybody got? So anybody? So app is not working. The app's not working either. Give me a second. The app is currently going in and out. Anonymous. I don't know if Anonymous did it or not. Good to see you too, Travis. Is it a cyber attack? I mean, it would have to be a cyber attack. If cyber means internet or virtual. What platforms besides Twitter do you use to connect with your audience? Well, I don't really use Twitter that much. I never really liked Twitter, so I got a Twitter account, but I don't really go in there that much. I use right now I'm using TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So wow, that's a good idea. I need to save my customers' info. That's exactly right. Kate, you got to save your customers' info. Now, you don't know if Etsy's going to go down. You don't know if it could be bought by somebody else and shut down. These things have happened in the past. Like I used to be, I used to make money when I was right out of college on this site called Rent a Coder, right? It was I'm gonna tell you, I have actual stories of stuff like this happening. There was a site called Rent a Coder, uh, or Rent a Coder because I was a software developer. So I was doing good on this site, man. I was ranked high. It was a small site. So, so I was ranked high. So people would find me a lot easier and use me for coding and stuff. So I'd make $500-$600 a week just coding little stuff, which was pretty good. I was making good money. And then all of a sudden, like, who bought that site? Freelancer.com. Freelancer.com one day just comes in, buys the whole site for like $10 million, right? So what they did is they took your information from that site and then migrated it into freelancer.com. You had to wait like a week, and then all of a sudden you can use freelancer.com. But the problem with Freelancer is that that site was 10 times as big. So my good profile on Rent-A-Coder, the smaller site, was nothing compared to people that was on Freelancer. So I got buried down to the bottom. I never made a dollar on freelancer.com and I eventually gave up. But that's what happens, man, is that these platforms change, they grow, they get bought, acquired, they lose they lose popularity. So you have to build everything you have outside of these platforms. You can't let a platform being dependent on one platform take you down, right? So it's always a good idea to keep your company information, get it off now. Get your customers to sign a form and they get a free gift or something with their phone number, email, or whatever. So you can always contact them because the easiest thing, once a customer buys something from you, it's easy to get them to buy something else, right? Because you've already shown them that you can trust you. You've shown them that you can provide value. Who wouldn't want to do that? If I'm going to get my car fixed, I'd rather take it to a person that already fixed my cars in the past. I know the dude's going to do the work than to just try. I hate trying new people on certain things. I hate it because you scared maybe it ain't gonna work out or not. A lot of people feel the same way. So you have to see it like that, is that by getting their information, you're actually helping them because now they can continue to use you and continue to buy your products and services, and it's a trust there, right? But if you just now all these people got to start all over. They've been using your services for a while because of the platform change. Somebody says, what do I think about having a Telegram platform as a backup? I do have a Discord room. I have a Discord room called the Chestnut Checkers Room CNC Group. If you're interested in joining that Discord, click the link in my bio, or click the link in the at the bottom of this under this. There's information under this video also. But I want you guys to do something for me. Subscribe to this channel right now so you don't miss this good information. Subscribe. Do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to it. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would do that for me. If we work, it will update. I don't know what that means. Any questions, guys? While we wait for this site to come up, it could be about anything, any technology or finance. I'm willing to talk about both. Get the likes up. She's right. Get the likes up. Like this. Like it right now. Like this right now. Right. I hope you guys do that for me. Talks on Ader. Let me see. I haven't looked at that in a couple of days. Let me take a look at it. I only got 22 likes, man. Y'all not liking this. Like this video. Man, I got 76 people on this live right now. Y'all not even liking it for me, man. Like the video. Like the video, man. Yeah, so we got L Light says you think it was hacked. I'm pretty sure it was hacked. I'm pretty sure but they're not going to admit that. So you'll never get that out of Facebook ever. But yeah, they probably I say it's a 90% chance they were hacked. They were hacked. But like I said, hacking don't really, it ain't like the word sounds worse than it is, right? It sounds horrible, like hacked. Oh my God, but hacks happen all the time. You know, it's just an intrusion into the system, right? Sometimes people hack, look around and leave. You never even know that they were in there. That's what a smart hacker would do. I mean, they would actually like, this is what happens a lot of times too. People don't know about it, right? So I got Joseph Steinberg is going to be on my podcast. He's an expert at software edge security, right? And he's going to be on there on my podcast here. Let me see if maybe we can get him on the show. Let me see if he's on there. I can't see that. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I can't talk to him because I've only talked to him on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to get people's numbers out of Instagram. I can't even. This dude is a software security expert. I'm sorry, a security expert, generic security. He wrote the book Security for Dummies, and I could actually I could reach out to him right now. He could get on the show on YouTube, but I don't have his number. You see what I'm saying? You got to get people's information off of these platforms. You see, it just happened to me. You see what I'm saying? I can't even reach the dude. I have no idea, no way to reach him because I don't have his number. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I should have got his number. He could come on right now and he could explain that, you know, I've studied software security in grad school, right? That was my special. That was when I was getting my master's degree. That was my specialty, right? It's software security, just software security, right? But he has a lot more understanding of overall security than I do, right? Me and him was actually supposed to be on this show. That's how I met him. It was this show that it was a production company for A&E reached out to us, and we were going to be on this show like 6 years ago, where like for example, it was going to be like a school or something or a building or a hospital. And what we did is that and they would tell us, hey, you got to get this information out of the computer, right? Whatever, however you can, right? And they would drop us in a city and they would give us like $50 and we had to figure it out how to get this information out. We would use social engineering, we'd use hacking until we would use anything we could to get the information from. And once we got the information, it would be we would sit down with the staff and we would tell them everything they did wrong and allowed us to get that information. So we was actually supposed to have a show like that, but it never got written or whatever. And then we had a bunch of meetings with the production crew from A&E, but it never got really written. So I sent you an email. Oh yeah, I did. I sent out I did send out one. You're right. I forgot I even sent it. I had it, could be a Russian attack, but I doubt it. I don't know what's going on, man. But I'm saying it's a hack. I just don't know how much. Let me see if I can reach Joseph. I probably can't, man. Maybe I got him in my email somewhere. Give me a second. See, man, that's why you gotta get people's information off of these platforms. I'm stuck now. Can't contact nobody. Now it's not gonna happen to me anymore. But I got all my other stuff off of it. Let me see. Contact. Let's try to contact him. Does he have any other social medias? He got Twitter. He got LinkedIn. Well, ain't nobody going on LinkedIn. Let me see how I can contact him. He's probably doing some work though, so I don't know. Yeah, he wrote Cybersecurity for Dummies, and I'm actually having a podcast with him later on this week. So maybe we'll just talk about this stuff when that happens, right? But uh, so you guys have any questions, anything? I'm gonna try to stay on until we figure out what's happening here. So once we figure it out, I'll go ahead and go on about my day. But I want to stay on because a lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people's businesses and their livelihoods are based on Instagram, right? So there, a lot of people are scared. That's why the stock is plummeting. I bet the longer it stays, the thing about it is the longer it stays offline, the more it's going to drop. I bet it's dropping. Let's take a look at the chart now. Let's look at Trading View. Let's change the candlesticks. Look at that, man. So we do a 1-day chart. Let's take a look at this day chart. It's just tumbling, man. Tumbling. Somebody says it hacked or not. It's hacked. I can promise you. They'll never admit it, so we'll never know for sure. But that site's definitely been hacked. So here's the chart right now, right? And we see at 11 o'clock, it was a steep drop off, right? And then after that, it just never recovered. And it keeps dropping. It's at almost 6% now. So what I think's happening is it's going to be an oversell. And it'll recover a little bit tomorrow. So like I said, I'm not going to do a play on it. But I'm saying if I were to do a play on this, I mean, I would think that if you had, I'm not going to do it because I don't like these kind of risky plays. I like things that are more concrete, more certain. But in this one, I would be like, well, 50-50, maybe, if I had a gun to my head, somebody said you got to put 1,000 in this stock or an option. I would rather do a call option because I think I think it's going to be a recovery tomorrow because when there's panic or uncertainty in the market, people tend to oversell. So that's what I think is happening right now because before all this happened, before that, the data got released about Facebook doing bad things online, including causing kids to get addicted to Instagram on purpose with different ways that they show the data. And also with this hack that happened today, there's probably an oversell happening. People are panicking and just getting rid of it because they don't know what's going on. So whenever that happens, I bet you, let's see what the RSI looks like. Let's go back to Yahoo Finance. Back to Yahoo Finance, we're going to say Facebook because I know more. I'm better about using this. Let's see what the RSI is at right now on the 1-day chart. So right now, so we're going to do it. We're going to add the RSI, see where it's at. 80-20. So yeah, it's still not this more. It was down. Yeah, it was pretty low at about 12-11, but now it's kind of rising back up. So we got somebody on Facebook. I reached out to 4 potential clients as soon as I realized Facebook and IG was down. Direct marketing is the only guarantee to reach your audience, and that's true. I mean, even on social media platforms, what's happening right now, and it's obvious you can see it, is that what's happening is that people are Instagram, Facebook, they're limiting reach. And I mean, just to be honest, I don't blame them because think about it. Is that they're trying to make money and they see all these people making money on Instagram, running business stuff, and they ain't getting nothing from them. No ads. People not running ads or nothing. So they have to figure out a way to induce people to buy ads and buy all this stuff. And that's what they're doing is that they're going to lower reach and lower your communication abilities so that you buy ads. Of course, they're going to do that over the next few years. So that's why it's important to build on other platforms. That's why it's important to to also get information of your clients offline and build your reputation, build your company offline. Use Instagram as a tool, but build it offline, man, because we don't know what's going to happen here. We have no idea what could possibly happen with with these platforms, right? So like I said, if you guys are just joining, I would appreciate if you guys would like this video and you would subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. It would make a lot to me, right? So we got Gerald on Instagram saying happy Monday, happy Monday. Somebody says all my stocks are down. Should I buy more RGBP? I don't know what that is. I guess we could take a look at it. I never even heard of that stock, but let's see what it looks like today. It's down 10%. That's a penny stock. No, I don't deal with penny stocks that much. I mean, I got one last week, made a bunch of money off that in the CNC, but because I understood that one. I don't penny stocks I don't deal with because some people do, and you can make money. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't because I understand that penny stocks are heavily manipulated. I understand that penny stocks don't have all that they're not something's off for them. That's the reason why they're penny stocks. Why would they be penny stocks? They'd be more, they'd be on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, but they're on the OTC. But like I'm not putting anybody down because people do make a lot of money with penny stocks. They do. I personally just don't. I don't have the time really to sit and watch them all day. And in the it can turn at the drop of a hat because these stocks aren't like irregular stocks, right? All it takes. Let's look at this one for example. There's 61 million people buying this right now, right? The volume is 61. That means 61 million shares have traded hands today. So let's take a look at how much that is. Let me bring out my calculator here. See if I can get my calculator. I'm gonna tell you exactly how much money that is. It's not that much money, right? So we get the calculator out. We say 0.0, let's say 61 million. 61 million times 0.02. That means only a $1.2 million trade was spent on this stock today. And that's both ways. That means that means that half of it was buys. So $600,000 was bought today. That's nothing. That means I can get on there right now with $50,000 and drop this stock. I can get on there right now at 50,000, put $50,000 in this stock and buy it at market. I drive the price up 20, 30% right now. Right? Or I can do the opposite. I could sell at market and drop the price down 20%. Because that's the problem with penny stocks is that anybody can just decide to manipulate it. Right? It's not that it don't take that much money to do it. You really can with about 10, 20,000, you could buy $20,000 worth of stock at this number and do a market order, and you will visibly see a change in the price as you're doing it. That's how you don't need that much money to move these stocks. That's why I don't like penny stocks, right? Unless I understand something pretty deep about them, and I'm in and out of those. I'm in practice risk management the whole way, right? Let's see where Fern's at. That's the one I was back up today. Somebody said my crush just shared a reel with me and I can't see it. Some dude said he was making moves, his pickup game was on point, and then that's what I'm saying, man. Even dating, man, even just dating, you got to get these girls and you get these dudes' numbers off of Instagram, man, because you don't know what could happen, man. Man, people's accounts getting locked down and stuff, so you don't know. You got to get it quickly. Yeah, it is funny Light, that there was all these issues about Facebook yesterday, then the next day it collapses, right? But it could be just an angry hacker too. They heard all this stuff and they got mad at him and tried to take him down. So we don't know. So somebody says CNN, Mommy says CNN is supporting, saying that the whistleblower is reporting that they allow hate and misinformation for profit. Yeah, that got put out yesterday. That was released yesterday. So it could just be a hacker like Anonymous or something, just angry. So some hackers, they have these social causes and they took it down as a statement. So we don't know, but I'm telling you, it's a hack attempt. They're still down. This is ridiculous. Like I said, I hope you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. So my account got hacked. I reached out to Instagram and I still haven't got a response. They don't respond, man. That's the thing about Instagram. They don't have any, I guess they don't because it's not, you're not paying them any money. But they should even allow you to pay some money for some support, man, because there's no support on Instagram whatsoever. And like, it's just you don't have nobody to talk to. Your account gets hacked, whatever. Nobody. They should say, look, man, you could pay like $5 a month for support, and people would pay that. So I don't understand why don't they do something like that? And that could be a profit driver for them. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Like I would pay $10 a month for guaranteed support. Like anytime I have a problem, I can reach out to somebody and they fix it. So all these platforms promoting people dividing. This is what it says. Hackers trying to get more servers. Let me look at that. So we got all these platforms promoting people, dividing us to a point at all our diversity. That's a good point, is that over the last 10 years, 15 years since social media has become prominent in society, that's true. There's been a lot of division among our society, man. Division among race, politics, areas where you live, everything. People's divided, right? It's not really their fault, but that does add to it, right? Is that what happens is that if I got a crazy idea or something, I can always go online and build a group of people around me that all believe like me. So now every day I'm seeing these people, we're backing each other up, we're boosting each other up. So to me, in my mind, that becomes normal. Right? That's why it's important to watch and make sure that you're around the right people. We talked about this on my Strategy Sunday 2 weeks ago. The people you're around will affect you mentally, profoundly, right? And that's what happens with social media. Is I'm around people, anybody that don't agree with me, I get them off my platform. So now I got all these people around me that just believe like I do, right? So now in my mind, that becomes normal. So I'm a Republican or a Democrat or whatever you are, whatever it is, it becomes normal. So anybody outside of that group is abnormal. So now you believe 100% you're right because everybody around you thinks like this. Everybody I talk to every day thinks like this. So now you get angry and angry and the division happens worse, right? So this is the same thing that happens in life. Well, that's why it's important if you're on the path of wealth building. If you want to trade stocks, if you want to make money in the market, if you want to make money in business, if you want to make money in real estate, you got to get around like-minded people. Because what happens is that if everybody around you is talking about real estate and you want to be in real estate, first of all, you're going to get information, help, tips from them. You're going to learn how to not make the mistakes they have if they're older or have a more experience than you. And thirdly is that if everybody around you is talking about real estate, in your mind builds a model of that being what's normal. That's normal. Right? So now that everybody's hustling, you're going to hustle. Everybody else hustles all day. Everybody else studies all day. Everybody else is trying to make money. Now in your mind, that's normal. Now it don't seem that bad when you do it. That's what everybody does. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to have the right people around you. That's why it's so important, right? Is that if you get the wrong people around you, they will pull you down to the dirt. You get the right people around you, they will send you to the sky. I'm already a subscriber. Okay, so if you're like I said, I would appreciate you guys would like this. Like I got 97 people in here, I only got 67 likes. So 30 people ain't like this video. Like the video and also subscribe to this channel. When Instagram comes back online to prevent someone from hacking your account, please go into your security settings and enable two-factor authentication. Yeah, that's a good idea. You should always do that because hackers are going crazy now. This is the worst environment of hackers I've ever seen in my life. They're all over the place, man. And like I said, how can somebody live like that? I still don't get it. Like, especially they're not hackers, but the scammers on Instagram that try to get you to send your Bitcoin over and you get 5 times back or whatever. Now, think about this. How can somebody live with themselves doing that? I have no idea. Your whole intent is I'm gonna trick this dude, get his hopes up, take his money, and then block him and move on to the next one. I don't see how that crime to me, a financial crime of that nature, to me, you just, if with the intent is to just take the money and just run, right? And and that's it. I think that's pretty bad. So I said, bro, what's going on? I don't know. Instagram's being hacked, maybe. We're trying to figure that out now. Let's take a look at the live chart again. They said this is one of the worst days in years of Facebook. One of the worst days in years of Facebook and the stock price. Like I said, it's maybe a good opportunity, man. If anybody's willing to take that risk, is that it probably will be a recovery tomorrow or some later on this week, a slight recovery, and it looks like it's recovering right now. Yeah, it just started recovering a little bit. I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. If we look at it right now, we see that there was drops. There was 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it hit it's past this point of resistance, right? So it is a slight recovery happening right now in the Bitcoin price. I wonder if anybody actually did that. So the resistance was like, oh, I can't draw this. Yeah, so the resistance line was like right here, right? So it's already past that. I can't turn this. Yeah. So it is a slight recovery for the day. This is the first time in the last, I mean, it has to pass this resistance to be a true recovery though. Let me see. So once it reaches past, let me see. So it has to get past like roughly 325.50. And then if it reaches past that, we know we're kind of like in a small intraday recovery. Yeah, WhatsApp is also down. So Instagram is back up. So let's take a look at the site. Still down. So somebody says, students had to see we're moving back into segregation with each other after all our history and not uniting under the flag of humanity. It's good insight there. Let's see if the app's back up. Let me take a look. Mm, Let me see if the app's up. Now my app is still down. I can't do nothing. So the app is still down. I don't know about y'all, but my app's not working. Let's take a look and see where we are. So I mean, somebody says if we're moving into the realm of politics, we can take about the growing. Okay, I don't know about that one. I didn't know that was I don't wanna get into politics, man. That's not what the core it's been down for hours, that's true. So they got a hack okay, so they got a I told you. So somebody says, so there somebody said that the hack was done by in Pakistan? Pakistan intelligence. Is that true? So somebody can confirm that? 'Cause I knew it was a hack, man. It was just too it just looked like one. Pakistan. I don't know. I don't see them on the news. No, I don't know. I think that's just somebody. Can somebody confirm that? Because I don't know. That seems like it's not. May not be credible. My apps are still down. The hacker is actually from India. What the? So where do we get this information from? Are you guys controlling? Maybe I don't know, man. But I just think that's what it was, right? So we'll just watch it and see what happens. Somebody's from Pakistan. Do you actually live in Pakistan? I got one person on Twitch today. I never get anybody on Twitch. That's pretty cool, man. If you're on Twitch and you're watching me, man, I appreciate it. If you're on Twitch and you're watching me, thank you, man. You're the first person to ever watch me on Twitch. So hopefully it blows up. I bet the dude's gone. Now he's still there. So leave a comment. I want to know if you're on Twitch, man. I want to feature your comment here because I don't have anybody that watches me on Twitch. I just started it, so we'll see. Somebody said they're mad about what? You're mad the Instagram's down? Why are you mad for? Why is he mad? Dude is angry that Instagram's down. Now, I want to hear your perspective. Why are you mad? Let me see if I can talk to Joseph. Let me see if maybe I can rate him on here. Nope, can't do nothing on Instagram. Nothing. That's the reason why we got to get our information off of there. Oh, thank you. Somebody, Ashwin says she loves me or he loves me. It doesn't matter, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the love that you guys give me. I really do truly appreciate it. So who's on Twitch, man? If you're on Twitch, I want you to write a comment, man. I know you're being a little shy, but that's okay. I want to see who's watching me on Twitch. Maybe time for a StarCraft stream, right? I may start streaming StarCraft. That's the only game I really know how to play, man, of any kind of level. I think I'm platinum on. I used to be diamond, like the second highest you can be. The master is the highest, but I'm like platinum now. I'm like a level 3 platinum. But for a while, I was diamond on StarCraft 2, but now I'm just platinum. I've never been able to get back to diamond for some reason. I was like, this was back in 2012, 13. I was diamond. I was killing people on StarCraft. Nobody could stop me. But now it's not like that no more. Like, I don't know because I stopped playing for about 5, 6 years, and I tried to play again. I never got back to that level again. No, really, like 8 years I stopped playing. Somebody says, "How comes YouTube works?" Well, YouTube is not owned by Facebook. So Facebook uses probably shared servers or something to run all those services. So Facebook owns Facebook, the platform. It owns Instagram, and it owns WhatsApp. YouTube is owned by Google, so it's on Google servers. So it's not the same thing. So it's going to still be up. Yeah, somebody said that. That's a good point. They said, I hate Insta bugs and glitches because it makes me think my account is banned. That's exactly what happened to me this morning because I'm terrified of my account getting banned for no reason. I don't do anything. I don't say anything negative, but yeah, sometimes they just come out, "Oh, I'm banning this dude because we didn't like him. Or he had music playing in the background or something, anything. Or somebody, too many people reported him, anything, man. So, like I said, is that's what every time that happens, I'm always like, oh man, I may have got banned. So but it didn't happen today. It was an overall hack. But it says, what does happen Facebook? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't even know what it means. Isaac Newton. You got a pretty nice name there. So, like I said, if you're new and you're watching this, subscribe to my channel and hit that like button down at the bottom. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button down at the bottom. Somebody said they dislike it. I got two dislikes, which I don't care. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button too. I'm okay with that. As long as you hit something, right? As long as you hit something. So it's just all we want is chronological order, and Instagram be snoozing. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what they're thinking, man. It's like all this algorithm stuff with Instagram. It's about making money. It ain't. They're not trying to help you. It's about making as much money as they can. So I said they're gonna watch Squid. That Squid Game, man. I wonder what everybody keeps talking about that. I wonder what that's. I mean, I really don't like dubbed over movies and shows though. That's the reason why I don't want to watch it. But I know it's like dubbed over. It's like in Korean, but there's like English people talking. I don't really like that. So maybe I'll just look at it anyway. So So if you don't want to miss my lives, make sure you text the word tall to 888-709-2614 and you'll get a text alert when I go live on Instagram, when I go live on YouTube. So you won't miss it. So I encourage you guys to do that, right? So text the word tall, Tall, to 808-709-2614 and this won't happen, right? You won't miss my lives. So I'm gonna leave it on the screen for a little bit. Let's see if Instagram's back up. Still down. It's been 4 hours. So Karen says she loves the text alerts. I appreciate that a lot. And the thing about the Marathon Oil Company is that I actually told people about this. People said I was crazy. Gotta put who listened on there as soon as this stuff gets back on. Let's see. So Marathon Oil, let's take a look at Marathon Oil, right? Marathon Oil's up 5%. It's close to an all-time high. And we actually started talking about this stock maybe about 6 months ago. And people were, that this would eventually happen. Is uh, that we kind of talked about what was going to happen with the state of oil and how it was going to eventually, get pushed up over the next year, right? We actually made this play. We talked about this back in May when it was at 11, $12. Now it's at 14, $15. So we are making a lot of money on that prediction we did. Now, how many of you guys actually remember that? Like, and to watch my lives from about 3, 4 months ago, and I told you guys it was a 3 to 6 month play, and Marathon Oil would do exactly what it's doing right now. So if I'll drop a money bag if you either listened or even if you heard it, but you didn't actually execute it. But I just want to see how many people listened. So drop a money bag down there if you did listen to the Strategy Sunday when we discussed that. I want to make sure I'm not going crazy and I actually said it. So yeah, I was talking about how the oil stocks would do exactly what they're doing right now. And we talked about that about 3 months ago. It was a 3 to 6 months play. And I talked about some of these stocks possibly doubling, right? So Marathon Oil, I still believe, I think we talked about that when it was like 11, $10. And I still believe it's going to go up a lot, right? In the next 3 to 6 months because of the environment we were in and what I thought, was happening at the time. So we're still doing well. Alex said he's up 300% since I made that prediction 3 months ago. So Alex, did you buy a call or an option or how did that work? I'm sorry, call is an option. Did you buy a call or the stock I meant to say? Platform got COVID. All right. How will I sleep without reels? Guess some people, Facebook is and Instagram is like it's a part of people's lives. Look, man, Marathon Oil just took a pretty steep drop just now. As soon as we were talking about it, that's crazy. So it's down to like no, it's about still that was a pretty big drop though. It fell past support just now. But we'll see what's happening. It's nothing. So I was gonna stay online until Instagram got back up, but man, this may be hours and hours and hours. So I don't know, man. I can't stay online for 2 hours. I've been up here for 2:30, but I can't stay on there for no 3, 4 hours. Right? I got things I got to get done today. But I tried to stay on with you guys, but I can't do it. Right? I thought it was gonna be like an hour, 2 hour fix. So, like I said, and one thing I want to talk about too is that we do have the mentorship. If you're interested in joining our mentorship, text the word mentor. Let me see. Text the word mentor. Text the word mentor to 888-709-2614, and you'll get some information back and you can sign up for the mentorship program. So somebody says the hackers deleted all the backups too. Yeah, that's what I heard this morning is that the backups were gone too. So yeah, man, it may be down for a day or so, maybe more. So that's pretty serious, man. Is that yeah, it could be down for a while, man. It's crazy. I mean, I'll stay online for another until we get to 1:30. So that's 5 more minutes. I'll stay online. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But like back to the mentorship, I'm put that back on the screen. So if you're interested, make sure for the new people, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you like this content, right? So make sure you just hit that like button down there, or like the kids say, smash that subscribe button. Somebody says, when does that boardroom meeting happen again for the mentorship? Well, that's going to happen on Thursday. It's the first Thursday of every month. So this October. Travis is one of our mentorship members. It happens on Thursday at around I think I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern time. So it's 7 o'clock Central, so on, right? So all the mentorship people will get an email today at latest tomorrow describing what's going to happen in that meeting, how to prepare for it. What that round table does is that we discuss an advanced topic in stocks. Then we compare. We'll pick a stock. It's a stock, right, that we're going to make a play on, and we'll discuss why we're making the play. We'll break it down completely, and we'll understand what's the point of making this. And we'll not only we're going to have the information to make the stock. You can do your own due diligence, figure out that's what you want to do. You'll get the information on how we're executing that down to the data level, right? So that's what that round two. And we'll also put in another business aspect, right? So we'll discuss the business processes of that company, how they make money, how the profits work. So it's a pretty big, nice thing that we do for the mentorship people once a month, uh, on the first Thursday of every month. Hope I see you there, Travis. So TikTok, you can't send messages? Man, that's crazy. Let me see. Man, there may be something bad going on. Yeah, because you stop social media, man, the whole country be at a standstill. So what are we doing here? So we got to look up TikTok. At least see if I can send a message. I hate how TikTok starts, man. It automatically starts playing stuff. No, TikTok let me send a message. No, oh no, it didn't. Who owns TikTok? Man, that's bad. I can't send a message on TikTok. Uh-oh, something horrible's coming. I'm gonna have to stay online. Something horrible's happening then. That's weird because TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. It's not even nothing to do with. That's some scary stuff, man. That's some scary stuff, man. Is that now TikTok message is not working, right? So that's some scary stuff, man. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's a coincidence, but is Twitter still working? The messages on TikTok are blocked right now. That's scary, man. I bet you Mark Zuckerberg is sweating Speed Nash because that stock is plummeting. Let's see where the stock's at now. I bet it's plummeting, man. That's bad, man. The longer they're off, the worse. Facebook is down completely, also. Man, that's crazy, right? Now the TikTok, man. Let's see if TikTok. Now the TikTok websites, it's still up. The TikTok website's still up. Man, this is some scary stuff, man. I may stay on a little bit longer. All right, so let's see. Your Coinbase is frozen up. So a lot of crazy things are happening right now. Oh man, that's scary. Somebody says that one of the guys trying to fix the issue posted a report on Reddit and then deleted it. What did he say, Luis? What did he say? If you remember. I wish I could find that. Yeah, but there's some scary stuff, some weird stuff happening, man. Let me see, we got any. Hopefully, it only stays within social media. Yeah, so right now, TikTok messaging is down, Instagram is down, Twitter, no, Twitter is still up, Facebook is down, and Oculus is down also. WhatsApp is still down. Can't Let me check WhatsApp. I believe you still can't send messages. But the weird thing is TikTok has nothing to do with this, and now they're down. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's a coincidence, but yet you still can't send messages on WhatsApp. If somebody says a breach, I guarantee you it's a hack. I guarantee you it's a hack. But but how deep it is, what the intent of, whatever, we'll never know. For those of you guys that are just joining, make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. Make sure you like this video. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could do those things for me. I've always wondered how people could be that heartless, yet if the same crime happens to the world, their world collapse. Yeah, I understand that. Uh-oh, so somebody has a report that says that Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T service is down in U.S. cities. Let's take a look and see if that's credible. Verizon, T-Mobile. Uh-oh, yeah, just an hour ago. So let's take a look at this news. So the day the internet broke. So Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Amazon Web Services. I hate these ads. I want this ad go away. Not interested. So the data internet, but Facebook, WhatsApp, Amazon Web Services. Stop, man. I hate these stupid ads. It just covers up half the screen, man, like intrusive ads. I don't mind ads, man, but come on, man. They'll just cover up all the content and make you look at it. So see there, man, this stuff, man. You exit out, stop seeing this ad, seen this ad multiple times, try not to show it again. All right, so we take a look at it. The data internet broke, right? WhatsApp, Amazon Web Services, and AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon are down right now. The cell phones are down right now. So what's happening here? This could be a cyber attack, right? This could be a cyber attack from, a warfare attack, right, from another country. This is getting weird. This is getting very, very weird. Now, I'm not saying it is, but it's a weird, weird thing to be looking at, right? Everybody going on in one day. I don't think I remember anything like that happening anytime that I can remember, right? Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, right? It could be a coincidence, right? It could be a coincidence, but man, another ad popping up. But we don't know yet, right? So I'm going to stay online for another 30 minutes and we're just going to see what happens, right? But what's this going to do to the stock price? Well, Facebook stock is falling rapidly, right? It's falling rapidly. And it's kind of scary that this is happening. But like I said, it could be an opportunity because a lot of times when these things happen, these crises, people oversell the stock, right? So it could be an opportunity to get in there and buy some and wait for a recovery or, a correction the other way, right? So we're still watching this, seeing what's going on. AWS is down too. So maybe it's a hack on the DNS servers. I don't know. So maybe it is. So somebody says a lot is down like a lot. Yeah, a lot of stuff's down, man. And that's what I'm saying. And like normally these kind of things start with like little weird stuff and then it grows into something else. So I don't know, man. We'll take a look. This is what the guy posted from Facebook. What did he post? I want to see that. Let me go in. I want to see what this dude posted. This is what the guy posted from Facebook. I can't see Luis. What did he post? They're wiping the address list in the DNS, the domain name system. That'd be man. If man, that's the thing about it. I know they got redundancy. They should have redundancy after redundancy after redundancy on that. But if they wipe that out, you'd have to rebuild it all. It would take days and days. The internet could be down for days if they actually did that. I'm thinking what you mean is the domain name service list. And if they did that, man, that's serious, right? Last message on what if this if I'm live here on YouTube and it starts going down, we know that they got YouTube also. So I'll stay on until they start taking YouTube down secondly, right? Oh man. The TikTok, you can't get messages on TikTok also. So as many of you know, DNS for Facebook services has been affected. And this is likely a symptom of the actual issue, and that BGP peering with Facebook peering routers have gone down. And we just discussed earlier what the DNS meant. It's a domain name service. And that's how when we type in addresses like youtube.com, instagram.com, we type in these addresses. Well, each server address is actually a number, right? One point, whatever, that's how the internet used to work. You type in a number, get to the server. But people couldn't understand that. So they came up with an idea. They said, well, we're going to use another third party type service that when you type in the domain name, it's going to translate that name like Google, eBay, or whatever, Amazon. It translates it into the number so that we can get the right server, right? Because people can't remember numbers. So that's the reason why they did that, right? So there's a service in between your browser and the actual website, when you get to the end, that translates that domain name into a number, right? So if that's down, you can put whatever domain name you want in there. They don't know where to send it. So they say that this is what's happening right now, right? So we're just going to wait and see what's going on. Yeah, TikTok's down also. You can't send messages on TikTok right now. So right now, what we know is AT&T's down, T-Mobile's down, Facebook is down, Instagram is down, WhatsApp is down, and TikTok messaging is down, and Amazon Web Services are down. So it's a lot of things we know that are down right now, right? And your inbox isn't working. Which inbox are you talking about? So somebody, Menzone says, in your inbox isn't working. Which inbox are you talking about? Here on YouTube? Do I have an inbox on YouTube? I didn't even know I had one. I just started this YouTube stuff a few weeks ago. So I may be a little bit, I may not even know that I have these things. Oculus also is down. Oculus VR is down. The 3D headset, that's also down. There's a lot of things down right now. There's a lot of issues happening. So what we know right now is that Instagram's down, WhatsApp is down, TikTok is down, Amazon Web Services, which a lot of websites are built on top of, is down. We know that WhatsApp is down. We know that TikTok messaging is down. We know that AT&T, T-Mobile, we know that these cell phone services are down. So this is scary, right? It could be something serious happening. We don't know yet. That's why we're watching. We're trying to talk you guys through it because I talk about stocks, talk about finance, but a lot of my background is in software engineering. So hopefully I can give some kind of insight to what's happening right now, right? Give me a second. It's the longest I ever been on live concurrently. Give me a second. Amazon down, Instagram down. Let me give you a second here. All right. So any more questions, guys? Let's talk, right? Here's another update. We got another update from Luis. Instagram is down still. When will it be back up? We don't know yet. We're watching it to see what's happening. We don't know when any of these things going to be back up. We're just watching it and trying to see what's happening. I still got somebody on TikTok. I think that's fake, man. It's like it says one person. It's always been one person. So I don't think anybody's listening to me on TikTok. TikTok is working, but is the messaging system working? Because I just tried to send a message on TikTok and I can't do it. And somebody reported earlier that it did, right? Let me try it again. Well, it looks like TikTok's messaging is back. No, it's still down. No, it's still down. We can't send messages on TikTok. I mean, I can't. I don't know about you guys. Somebody says cyber warfare. That could be happening, but I doubt it, but it could be. This is how it would start. Somebody said he'll sell everybody back their IG for 5 Bitcoins each. That's a lot of money, man. So, so yeah, we're talking for people just joining. We're talking about the hacks that are happening right now. Right now, we got Instagram down. We got Facebook down. We got we got WhatsApp down. We got Amazon Web Services down. We got AT&T, T-Mobile down. We got Oculus VR down. We got what else? Am I missing anything here? We got TikTok messaging down. There's a lot of retail sites because a lot of sites are built on top of Amazon Web Services. A lot of sites all over the internet are going down. This is one of the biggest things that have happened in the last 10, 15 years. Now, there's speculation out there that it could be a cyber attack. So we're watching, seeing what happens, and trying to understand what's going on. So what I'm trying to do is walk people through it. We're trying to understand what's happening. So and see how it's going to affect the stock market. The Facebook stock right now is falling rapidly, right? So we're just going to see what happens. We're going to see how it's going to affect the stocks, and we're going to see, right? So if this is a hack, we'll never know about it. Nobody will ever admit that this is happening, right? They'll never admit it. So we will never know, right? So the Facebook domain is removed completely. We're getting reports that the Facebook domain is moved. So a lot of sources are confirming it. What that means is that in the DNS service, the when you type in facebook.com, it goes to a third-party service. That service takes that domain, changes it into a number, and then sends it to the server that goes with that number. So now what's happening now is that somebody says that all that database of the DNS domain name system has been erased. If that's been erased and there's no backups, it's going to take days for all this stuff to fix. Days. They're going to have to rebuild it manually or try to piece it together with some bits of data they have. It's going to take a long time to do it right. So we're just watching, see what happens, right? So it's affecting the stock price right now. So if we take a look at the Facebook stock price, Facebook is plummeting. Right? Last time we looked at it, where was it at? It was at 6% down. Let's see where it's at now. So right now, Facebook is down for it's a kind of little recovery. It's down 5.5%, right? So let's take a look here. So it's down about 5.5%, right? So it looks like it's in a slight recovery, actually. So right here, if we look here, there is a recovery event happening right here. So like I said, it has to pass this 325.50 mark, and it looks like it's headed towards there to be a true recovery. So it could just bounce off of this and go back down and continue its slide down. So what we're looking at right now is that we're watching the stock. So in the next, I would say in the next 15 to 20 minutes, it should show us. There's a steep drop right there. So it should show us what's going to happen, right? So in the next, so let me see, it should drop now. It should drop to about 224, at most 223, and it may start trying to recover. So we have to watch it in the next few days to see what's happening. I'm sorry, in the next few hours to see what's happening. We only got about an hour and 10 minutes left before market closes. So it'll probably close way down. Somebody says, Armando, I'll give you your IG back for free with your 1,000,000 followers, but I need to be added to the mentorship. So yeah, like he said, if you want to be included on the mentorship, right? Just text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. You will get you'll get a response back with all the information to be able to get started in the mentorship program, right? So somebody says, time to buy Facebook stock. And I'm going to tell you what I told people earlier today. I said, look, I don't like playing these kind of things. It's still too risky for me. But like some of you guys may want to take the risk. It's up to you. But I'll tell you what my opinion is. Let's say somebody came to me, they put a gun to my head, and they say, hey, man, you got to put $1,000 in Facebook one way or another today. I don't care how you get it in. You got to do it. I'd be like, oh, okay, so what's the best chance I can make money? I think that Facebook, all this stuff that's happening, we don't know how long it's going to last, but if it's just a short-term thing, they recover within the day, Facebook stock's going to do a slight recovery up to back to 340. I think it'll go back to 340, and then that means you'll get a recovery. You buy an option right now, you may make some money on the way up. But on the other hand, it could continue to go down. We don't know. So, but I'm saying if I had a choice and I had to make a choice right now, I would say you got a higher chance of it recovering as opposed to it to continue to drop down, right? Like I said, we also got the options class that's out today. I don't know if I'm able to get it out with all this internet problems. I don't even think Gumroad is working right now completely, and that's where I have my courses. So if you go down to the under the video to where the text is, the caption is, there's a link in there called My Courses. So if you're interested in any of those courses, click the link down there, and we can go from there. TikTok messaging is working now. I just sent messages. It won't let me send any. Can anybody else confirm that? Are TikTok messages actually working? Right? So right now, what do we have? YouTube isn't down, so it's Hack's private. I don't know what that means. Where is Zuckerberg? Somebody says fired. Zuckerberg can't be fired. That's the thing about it. This dude. That's why sometimes I don't really like Zuckerberg that much. I guess he's a good guy, but I don't like the way he does business. He never let go of his complete ownership of Facebook. He knows they actually try to remove him as CEO because he owns like 51% of the Facebook. They can't remove him. He owns the majority of Facebook. And like other CEOs that have given up their majority, he's one that hasn't done it. He refuses to give up his majority for some reason, right? Because I think he knows that he'll be replaced. So he wants that power and that prestige of being the CEO of a major company. So he's never going to give up his controlling interest. And like you said, a lot of people are listening to me saying I wouldn't do it either. But a lot of CEOs of major companies, they were the minority owned, not minority, but they had less stock than the majority. But because they were good at what they did, people kept them in power. Right? Like Bill Gates, he didn't have 51% of the stock, but still they kept. Bill Gates stepped away on his own. They begged him to stay, right? So somebody said this is planned. Something is about to go down. It could be. A lot of times when bad stuff happens, this is how it starts. But I'm not saying I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, we're just seeing what's happening, trying to talk about things as they happen and relate it to the stock market. So let's see if the stock market is dropping. What's the overall market look like right now? Let's see if we can bring that up. And the market's down now. The market just took just started going negative earlier today when right around the time that it started. So, like I said, there's something going on. And like I said, it started around 11 o'clock, like everything else. The market was actually up this morning. All of a sudden, it started crashing around 11 when all this stuff started happening. So something's up, man. Something's up. Someone saying they're doing an update. And that's the reason why they're not doing an update one way is because this is why. I mean, I would agree with you, but not, it's not because they let a 500 error show up on the page. 500 error is the worst error you can show besides the actual security problem. And that's nobody wants to show a 500 error on their page. 500 error means there's a generic error on the server. That means they don't even know what it is. So that's basically what they display to the world when the site goes down. Now, there's things in place to stop that from coming up. There's like little help screens, like when you have an error on the page, sorry, our systems are down or something. So that means that whatever the hack is, whatever the issue is below all those protocols they have to show you what the error is. So that's a bad error. That's a scary era for a software engineer and software developers. So that's good. Bitcoin is actually doing well in this environment. So something may be going on, man. We don't know. This is some scary. This is a scary. It's not really scary because, like I said, it's probably just a thing. They're probably gonna fix it. But like I said, it's just interesting to watch it real time and see what's going on. It's very interesting to watch this stuff real time, right? So IG's back up. So I said I'd stay online until it was confirmed that it was back up. So let's see. Is it back up? So can somebody else confirm that? Let me take a look. No, on mine, they're still saying can't load results. So yeah, mine is still down. Mine is still down. So Bitcoin's heading to 50,000. Maybe this environment is causing people to look at Bitcoin a little bit better because let's take a look at Bitcoin. Go back here. Let's bring up Bitcoin. I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, Bitcoin is approaching 50,000, right? And then, I don't know. The crazy thing is that it started too around the same time all this stuff's happening. So something's happening, man. This is weird. We take a look at the Bitcoin stocks. Around 4 o'clock, it was actually going down. And all of a sudden, it recovers and just spikes up ridiculously. So what's going on here? Why has it got what is this? Is a weird candle chart here. I don't like this one. Let's go to a line chart. There we go. So there was a drop here at about 4 o'clock. So Bitcoin was stable to about 3 o'clock. There was a huge drop at around 405, right? And it brought it down to 47. And all of a sudden it recovered and it's almost approaching 50,000. I think it's at 49,300. So in order for Bitcoin to continue, it has to push past that 50,000 strong. I mean, it has to get to like 53, 54, and that's a strong push through. So something's going on in the world, man. We don't know. We may never find out, but something's happening right now, right? Something's happening. Facebook is still down, right? So something in this world is happening, right? So for those of you guys that are joining now, I need you to like this post, like this live, and also subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate if you guys could do that. Subscribe to the channel, and also please like this video. Dislike it if you want. Do something, right? Somebody's in Singapore. They said the site's down, right? So like this video right now. Like the video. Nvidia stock's down. Like the video and also hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it from you guys, right? So thank you for everything. So let's move on. What are we taking a look at now, right? So, the good thing about it is stocks and oil are up, right? Because Like we talked about, if a lot of you guys have followed me, we talked about Marathon Oil being a great company coming up, right? And people said I was crazy. I didn't know what I was talking about. Look at the stock today, right? So if for those of you who follow me on Instagram, Tall Guy Tycoon, I want you guys to drop some money bags if you remember me saying that, right? I said that eventually. Uh, that Marathon stock would eventually do well. It's doing extremely well today. Even though the whole market's done, even though we're having a little bit of calamity, a little problems with the internet today, we're still doing well on that Marathon stock. So if you guys remember that, if you made money, I want you to drop some money bags in the chat. Like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I guess you can't follow me on Instagram now. So might as well take that down. I mean, so nobody can follow me on Instagram anyway, right? So I don't know. So like, what I want you to do for you guys, for the guys that are online right now, take this. I want you to share this live with your friends right now. We got to get this information out so that we all understand what's going on. Right. So I need you guys to do that for me. Share this live, copy and paste it, post it somewhere else, send it to your friends in a messenger or whatever, right? So it says he got official blogs. He has a 13.7 followers on Instagram, right? So they probably won't remove it. I don't think so. Somebody says it's an inside job. It may be an inside job, Santiago. And a lot of people are saying that right now. But the thing about it, what's the scary part is that we'll never know for sure. We'll never know this for sure, right? They'll never tell us. If they pay some money, they pay somebody off, we'll never hear about it, right? So there was an oil spill, but what that does, if we look at it financially, the oil spill that happened was horrible, right? But if we look at it financially, that means there's less oil out there. So oil stocks are going up, right? And I wish it didn't happen, but yeah. Somebody says they like the chess pieces in the background. I don't know. Some people said it was corny. Some people said it wasn't, but I like it. So I'm going to keep it, right? So I'm going to keep the chess speakers because we're chestnut checkers. That's the group that we have. So we see things in life with strategy base. We don't do short-term moves. Everything we do is long-term, right? So chestnut checkers is the mindset. So TikTok is only working on TikTok is working. Only Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram got problems. Now, TikTok could be working, but do me a favor, Erica. Can you send messages on TikTok? If you can't, like I can't send messages. They all come back wrong. So I want you guys to check. Can you send a message on TikTok? I think the platform is working, but TikTok's not. So let me explain the situation. I'm sorry, the messages aren't working. So right now, what we know is that Instagram's down. Facebook's down, WhatsApp's down, Oculus VR is down, AT&T cell phones are down in a lot of the country. T-Mobile cell phones are down in the country, probably Cricket because they're all based on AT&T too. We also know that Amazon Web Services are down. There's a lot of sites all over the internet that are down because they're based on Amazon Web Services. That's where they host their websites at. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of weird situations happening. So we're watching this situation, seeing what happens, we're watching it closely, right? So what the news is that the DNS servers are being affected. And what that is, for you guys that don't know, is that when I type in an address, I say, look, man, I put in facebook.com, right? So what happens there? That means that there's no server with facebook.com. So there's a third party called the domain name service. DNS. And what that does is that it takes that domain name, it converts it to a number, and that number is where the server's at, like a phone number, right? So without that domain name service, without entries for each of these websites being in that service, the browser, when you type in the address, has no idea where to send where to send that request at. So in essence, the site is going off the internet. It don't matter if the site's actually on a server, nobody can get to it. So that could be what's happening now, right? So for those of you, like say, we're getting a lot of viewers now, right? We're at almost 800 viewers. So I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. hit that like button. Let's make sure this information gets out there, right? Because I want you guys to see. I want you guys to learn. I want you guys to know and use this information to make your lives better, right? So a lot of people are saying it's hacked. So has that been confirmed? Has that server been hacked? Right? I can't see it anywhere on the internet. So if you guys have a news article, post it in the chat so we can see. Somebody says they think Thanos did that, right? Somebody says contact your loved ones in case this is the last communication shutdown. That could be happening. Remember, in a large scale warfare, one of the first things they will do is shut down the communication system. Now, I'm not saying that we're doing it. I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm just saying that that's what they will do. Whoever attacks us will shut down communication first. And that includes social media. That includes a cell phone service. That includes the internet. That includes every way you can communicate. Because once communication is gone, there'll be mass confusion. Once mass confusion happens, you can't organize, you can't communicate. That's when they will invade, or that's when they will do whatever they're going to do. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it will happen one day, and this is how it's going to look, right? This is probably just a small attack on a server. They're going to fix it in a day or two, and it'll be over, right? It may be 2 days, right? It's just a small attack, but it is gaining traction. There's a lot of sites down, a lot of communication centers down. So we're watching to see what's coming, what's happening, right? So hit that like button for you guys. I got 775 people in this room and only 200 likes. I should have 700 likes. I need you guys to hit that like button right now. Hit the like button, right? Hit that like button now. And also subscribe to this channel. But I'd really appreciate if you guys would do that for me, right? So what do we have? Somebody says, is America in crisis? No, this is not that big, right? This is not as big as as we're talking. It's not that big yet, right? So so we just got a report, and I don't know if this is true. Somebody can go for it, because people be what happened? People be kind of like, so somebody just said the Pentagon said that they detected strange workings on their satellite. Now, is that true? Right? Is that true? Can somebody confirm that? Man, imagine if they did that. They reset everybody's followers on Instagram. Man, that would be horrible. Everybody would go crazy, man. Imagine some of these Instagram influencers. That's why I got 250,000 followers on Instagram. But I'm not one of these people that put my whole life in there, because I know it's fleeting. It's just something fleeting, right? But some of these people put their entire lives into Instagram. And then some people, I'm telling you, if that happened, people would commit suicide. If Instagram stays down 2 or 3 weeks, some people will commit suicide. Some of these influencers who don't have anything else going on in their life, this is everything for them. Their source of income. It's their source of pride, their source of confidence, their friends. Everything's in this one app, which you shouldn't do that on business-wise, financial-wise, or emotion-wise. You shouldn't put everything you have into anything. You separate it, diversify it, so that if one thing goes down, it won't affect your entire life so deeply. But some people will commit suicide. Some people it will be mental breakdowns because Instagram is down. Now, you shouldn't get to the point in your life where that would happen, right? So we got 811 people in his room right now. I appreciate all you guys. And what I need from you guys is to hit that like button. Let's get it up to 1,000. Let's get it up to 2,000. You do so by hitting that like button. Hitting the like button draws more people to the live. So I need you guys to hit that like button. I need you guys to hit the subscribe button, right? We got 815 now. Somebody says start from scratch. So it's just been confirmed. Exactly what we're talking about this morning is that there was a major attack on Facebook and Instagram. This is exactly what I predicted this morning, because when I saw that 500 error, being a software engineer in the past, I still am one. I'm not going to say that. I'm still a software engineer at heart. I understood that 500 error is no joke. People don't want no website wants you to see the generic error on their website. So that told me that there was something horribly wrong. When I understood that, I made a thesis, I guess, or a prediction. I said that they're being hacked right now. And what we've been doing over the last 2 hours is everything's unfolding that it was a hack attack. Somebody said they're having a panic attack. No need to have a panic attack, man. We're just talking about things. There's no reason to have a panic attack, right? Unless it gets worse. Somebody says free car washes at Armando's car wash. I wish I had a car wash. So yeah, the A record I saw that earlier this morning. For those of you who've been listening all day, said it, the A record was completely gone on Facebook. I saw that this morning, and we talked about this morning. I went to Into DNS, right? Let's take a look at Into DNS right now. We ran a report on Facebook, and the A record was completely gone, which was weird, right? Let me see. Let's take a look at it now. In Instagram, the A record is also gone. So let's take a look right now into DNS. And let's take a look. What this is that this is a website that checks the DNS records for a particular website and see if everything's right. If we take a look at this, this is all red. This is all red, which is, if I was running a website like I did in the past, I would be completely panicked if I saw this on a website. Look at mismatched DNS records. This is horrible information. This is horrible. Multiple name servers. Look at the SOAA record, the MX record, which controls their emails, the A record, they're all gone. Right? Let's look at Instagram. This is worse than we saw this morning. Actually, when we looked at Instagram this morning, if you guys have been on that long, we saw that the A record was gone. So the A record is still down. On Facebook, it's a lot worse. Right? And we also got duplicate MX records. This is not right. This is supposed to be all green, right? This is a check to make sure the DNS records are okay. On Instagram, we're missing an A record. The A record is what points to the website. So if you put www.instagram.com, that's how it gets there. If there's no A record, it will never get to the site, right? So if we go back to Facebook, there's all kind of problems with their DNS record. Mismatch NS records. DNS servers not responding, right? We got multiple name servers, which is horrible, right? We have missing name servers reported by the name servers. We got a missing AOS record, the MX record, which controls the emails of a website. Like if I put Armando@facebook.com or the employee name Facebook.com is no longer there. So all emails at Facebook are down right now. You cannot send an email to a Facebook employee right now because their MS record is gone. Also, the A record, which controls the website, is also down, right? So this is weird, right? This is weird. All this stuff that's happening is pretty weird. But we're watching it, seeing what's happening, and we're just gonna watch it. I was gonna get offline, but I'm getting kind of excited now, so I'm watching it, right? Watching it. So, like I said, for the newcomers, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Squid Game may be doing it, right? We don't know. Like I said, we're taking a look at this MS record, and this is a bad sign, right? This is a bad thing. Everything is red on this DNS record. Everything is red. Right? DNS records are what control websites. Right? So if I put in Facebook.com, it takes that name, it converts it to a number. Like we look at the top, these are the numbers it converts it to. So it takes that, I put in Instagram.com or Facebook.com, it takes that name, converts it to a number, and sends my computer to that number. So without these things working, multiple DNS servers, mismatch NS records, your computer or your internet service provider doesn't know where to go. So they can't connect anything to the internet. It seems like these companies don't even exist, right? That's what it seems like, right? So what's the new news? So I think we have Facebook down. We have Instagram down. We still have WhatsApp down. We got AT&T, the cell phone service, down. We got the phone service of Cricket and also T-Mobile down. We got Amazon Web Services down. Right? We got a lot of things that happen right in front of our eyes, right? So like I said, for the newcomers, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button for me. Right? I'd really appreciate it if you guys would do that for me. Hit the like button. If you don't want to subscribe, hit the like button for me. Hit the dislike button. I don't care. Hit something, right? Hit the like button, hit the list. I want to see you guys. We got 800 people tonight. I only got 500 likes, 400 likes. I should have 800 likes at least. So I need you guys to like this right now. Do me a favor and like this content, and also subscribe if you can. So I've been on here for like almost 2 hours now. I'm excited. I'm jacked. I'm just joking. The only thing working is Discord, right? So I got this Chestnut Checkers group is on Discord right now. We're all having fun. So let me make sure. I'm going to get them on here too. I'm going to make sure they want to be on here too. So I got my Discord group. I don't think we got them on there right now. Right, so we just sent the message to them. So yeah, there's a lot of things happening, man. And what does this mean? Facebook, the stock is falling right now. There may be an opportunity for some people to take advantage of this fall. Anytime there's a crisis like this, people will oversell these stocks. So we're watching Facebook for the next 2 days to see if there's a possible oversell so we can buy some of the stock and ride it back up. So that's what we're looking at right now, is that somebody just said buy Facebook stocks right now. And that may be a good idea. That may be a good idea, right? Because there's going to be a recovery, but we don't know how long. I wouldn't make a play until until all of these sites get back up. I would not make a play. I would not make a play until I was sure that the sites are back up, because right now it's very, very risky. We don't know what's happening. There's too much uncertainty right now. I wouldn't make any plays right now on Facebook. I would have one in my mind, like I'm saying right now. I got one in my mind that I'm going to watch it until the services come back up, make my play right then, and ride it back up when it recovers, right? So somebody said Pornhub's down. No, I don't think Pornhub's down. I'm not going to check it on here either, so you forget that. It could be down because remember, a lot of the internet is built on what's called Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services, TikTok just got fixed, somebody said, so that's good. So Amazon Web Services is Amazon's, servers, and their services for running websites. So a lot of companies, because of the ease of use, because of the self-healing and stuff like that, they built their websites and products and platforms on Amazon Web Services. So if Amazon Web Services goes down, what do you think happens? A quarter, like 10, 15% of the internet goes down because they're all based on that. A lot of sites have Instagram integrated in their sites. So what does that mean? That means if it's integrated, right? That means that if Facebook and Instagram go down, you can no longer log into these sites. Like I think Tinder only allows social media logins. So people can't access Tinder now. You can only log into Tinder if you click social media. A lot of sites will only allow you to log in, only allow you to register with social media login. So if that's down, you can't access these sites either, right? So what this does is it shows us that if you run a business on Instagram, if you run a service, you provide a service or a product on Instagram, you cannot base your whole business on Instagram only. You got to pull that customer information off of Instagram and either start an email list, start a text messaging list, start something that can't be controlled by a third party going down, right? So that's what we got to do. This is a good lesson, that you cannot put all of your eggs in one basket, right? Xbox is down. Is that true? AI could have got self-aware, I don't think so. AI wouldn't be that stupid to make it this obvious. If AI ever became self-aware and started taking over the world, they'd be smart enough we wouldn't even know what was happening. It could be happening now. We wouldn't know, right? It wouldn't be like the Terminator where they march around. Why would they do that? They would just do it all under the cover. We wouldn't even know what was happening. All that stuff on TV is just for theatrics and to make you want to watch the TV, right? But or a movie or whatever. But it's not. That's not what's happened. That's not how AI takeover would be. An AI takeover would be a lot cleaner than that. It would be all financial. It would probably be financial, and the control would be so like integrated in our lives, we wouldn't even know what was happening, right? That's how AI would control us. It would control us to, like, you got to remember politics, humans, politicians, human media controls us to a point that we don't even know what's happening, right? That's the way you control somebody. You don't want to make them think you control them. You want to do it under the table, right? So we people get control right now through media, through politicians, through different things right now. So do you think AI, which is way smarter than humans, wouldn't go the same path? They would control us without us even knowing we were being controlled. We would walk around the street thinking that we're just happy or whatever, and that wouldn't be the case, right? They say Anonymous hacked Facebook. So did Anonymous hack Facebook? I don't know. So I want you guys to do, for the newcomers, I need you to like right now. Hit that like button right now. Let's get more people into this chat. Let's get as many people as we can into this live. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I need you guys to do that right now. Hit the like button right now. Let's get, like, I got 500 likes. Let's get it to 600. Let's get it to 700. I want to see how many likes we can get on this video. We got 450, right? 540 right now. Let's get to 600. Let's see. We got 550. Let's get to 600. I need you guys to like this video right now. We got 563. That's 40 more. Let's go. How many more likes? 568. We need 32 more. I need you guys that are just joining, hit that like button now. We got 572. We need 584. We need 16 more to hit that 600. 591. I appreciate you guys. 599. One more. We got 604 likes. I appreciate each one of you guys for helping me out. Hit that subscribe button also. We got a lot of great content coming out soon. Documentaries, different things like that. Technology, stocks, business. We're going to be discussing all of that here. So somebody said, there's reports out there that Anonymous, one of the most infamous hackers, hacked Facebook, right? I don't know. Like, somebody said that, but I don't know. People always say Anonymous does something anytime something happens, but Anonymous is probably a group of hackers, not just one man. But maybe somebody did it. I don't know. So we'll just have to look. But there's reports coming to saying that maybe Anonymous did it, or maybe there was an Indian hacker that did it. So we don't know yet, right? We don't know. My OnlyFans is up. Social media is completely down for today. Almost all of social media is down, right? So will Mark Zuckerberg lose money? Well, he's losing money now because the stock of Facebook is falling right now. So what that means is that the stock's falling, right? That means that, let me see where it's at. That means he's losing money because a lot of his net worth is in that stock price. So if the stock's falling, he's losing money. Let's take a look at the stock right now. So yeah, it actually, let me see. What is that? What is happening? Hey, man, look at this, man. It just actually went over. That's crazy. So let's take a look at the stock chart on Facebook, man, because it just passed that resistance point we were talking about earlier today. So the resistance point was at 525. It went past that. Then it came back down, and now it's below where it was, right? So that's what I'm saying. The stock price looks weird. It actually hit that resistance, man, and passed it. That's crazy. Then it went back down. So it may be still in a downward trend. So we have to watch this closely. We got about 30 minutes left in the markets. We'll see how the close happens, right? So it could keep going up or it could go down. So like I said, I would be hazardous of investing in the Facebook right now. This is a global network. So somebody says several security experts. So we got a question. So several cybersecurity experts pointed to a possible DNS issue that may have caused the entire ecosystem of Facebook apps to crash. That's what it looks like, right? Because, Mark, my background was in software security, right? I wrote if those of you that know, CompTIA is one of the biggest certifications for software security in the world. I wrote the exam for that. This was back in my days before I was in software security, right? So I haven't done it in like 10 years, so I'm like behind on all that. The last time I did it was like 2012, so I'm like 10 years behind on all that. But my background is I went to grad school for software security. So earlier this morning, I kind of know we noticed that it probably was a DNS issue. We went over to into DNS records. We took a look at that. We talked about the errors that were coming up, and we said that it was probably a DNS issue. Right? Good thing Facebook still. I mean, YouTube still works. Right? We can go somewhere. So we got 660 likes. I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I thank you guys for supporting me. Each and every one of you guys. I really, really appreciate that, guys. You guys are some great people out there. But your weed guys down. People are like, that's what I'm saying. I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying that's even if you a lot of people only talk to their weed dude on Instagram. They never even got the dude's number. So now they can't reach out to him. That's what I'm saying is that we can't put so much dependence on Facebook, right? Because I mean on Instagram and these messages because they go down, right? So that's why it's important to get like a second, third backup in case something like this happens. I don't know. Is Pornhub actually down? People keep saying Pornhub's down, but that seems like somebody's just joking or something. So can somebody check to see if Pornhub's down? And don't do it at work though. I don't want to get you in no trouble. People keep saying Pornhub's down, but I think that's a joke, man. I ain't gonna check it. So TikTok was down. The messaging system was down. Somebody said TikTok, the system's not down. But if I send a message, so let me see. So if I go into TikTok right now, I'm gonna show you. I'll try to send a message. Hey, see if this message got sent. Yeah, the message is getting sent now. So we're okay. So I guess TikTok is now operational, right? TikTok is operational. So we can take it off the list. So is Instagram backup is the question. Skype's working, Pornhub is working. That's funny that now Pornhub's a big site on the internet there. You know? Pornhub's still up. Telegram work. Pornhub's fine. What else is good? So we got Amazon is down. Amazon, the site's not down. Amazon Web Services are down. That's two different things. So security expert tells Reuters News that the outage may be caused by internal error at Facebook. They did not rule out sabotage from within, but a hack from outside is considered unlikely. Now, like I said, man, we'll never know the truth. It was some kind of sabotage. Even if it's from the inside, it's still considered, I guess it's not a hack because you're inside the security efforts. So, yeah, like regardless, man, Facebook ain't never going to come out and say they got hacked. So they'll never say that, right? Because people will start getting scared about the site. So they'll always say something happened internally. So I'm not, whatever Facebook says or whatever people say, it could be anything, right? I don't believe that. Because it will hurt their business and their brand so bad, they will never admit to being hacked. Pornhub works fine. IG is back. Is IG back on? Because I said I'd stay online until IG came back online. Let's take a look. Now, IG is still down for me. Let's take a look at the website. Instagram, the website and the app is still down for me. So we getting another 500 error, which is back to where we started. 500 error means generic server error, right? I'm gonna show you guys what it means right now. 500 error is an internal service error. It's generic. It's a very general HTTP status code. It means something's going wrong on the website's service. Nothing more specific than that, right? But you don't want a 500 error showing the customers. You would never show that unless something bad was wrong. Something pretty bad was wrong, right? Whatever it is, it's something horribly, horribly wrong. So TikTok was down. It's not down now. TikTok was down earlier today. So I think you guys do two things. So if you're listening, you're paying attention, hit the like button. hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate if you guys would do that for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that'll be a big favor, right? So we got 700 likes right now. So I want you guys to hit that like button right. Let's see if we can get to 800. We're at 703 right now. Hit that like button right now. Let's see if we can get to. We got 704. So somebody just hit it. Let's see where we're at right now. We got 708, 715. Maybe we get to 800. Who knows? What do we got? 718. We hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. 723. Snapchat is okay, right? This is the end of Zuck. I think Mark Zuckerberg will be okay. Somebody said this is the end of Mark Zuckerberg. He'll be okay. We got 737 likes. Any more likes? We got 745. Right? We just get to 800. We're 756. All we got to do is get 40 more. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the dislike button. Just do something. Somebody said this has happened a couple of times before. Nothing like this has happened that I can remember in the last 5 or 10 years. Nothing like this exactly has happened. Like all these services down at the same time. Like individual services, yeah. I remember MySpace never went down, right? I don't remember. It could have. We got 769. We need 31 more likes. 768. We need what? We need 32. Come on. Let's see if we can get to 800 likes. Yeah, 771. I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I really appreciate it from you guys. I thank you for your support, especially people that's coming and following from Instagram. I really appreciate all you guys. 77081. We need 19 more likes to get to 800. Oh, I want to. We got 791. I appreciate you guys. 9 more. Now somebody just took a like away. Now it's like 790. Somebody said, "Man, forget that dude. I'm taking my like back." Who takes a like back? I just lost 4 more. Let's get that. It's 790, so I'm getting them back, right? So who takes a like back? I mean, that's weird, right? I'm gonna take this like back, man. I don't like what he just said. Who takes likes back, man? 790. I need 10 more. You got people taking them away now for some reason. 792. I appreciate 794. So what happens if Facebook doesn't recover? Now, I think Facebook is 795, but I think if Facebook will recover. It's not that serious, right? It's just that it was just they'll recover. We got 803. Good job, guys. But they'll recover. I'm not don't that's nothing to be worried about. It's just how long it's going to take them. That's really the question here, is how long it's going to take them to recover, right? So somebody says, it's annoying, dude. You didn't have to be using Instagram for a time because I was busy. And after only using Instagram for 20 minutes, this happened. Yeah, I know, man. Telegram voice chat is down for some. Is that true? Let's take a look. I'm gonna check the news here. So they said somebody just said Telegram chat is down. Let's take a look and see if that's true. Facebook looks like it's recovering again. What did we say? Telegram? No, there's no reports of Telegram being down. WhatsApp is still down. So somebody says, does the whistleblowing have anything to do with this? I don't know. Something's going on because I mean, like I said, this is weird, right? That one day a whistleblower gives up all this information on Facebook. The next day, Facebook gets hacked. Maybe they're deleting records or something. I don't know. It seems weird, man. It seems weird. Now, I don't know. I can't. We'll never actually know what happened, right? We can just speculate, but sometimes it's fun speculating, right? We'll never know exactly what happened today. We just can speculate and try to figure it out and try to piece stuff together. Do you think Twitter won? So somebody says not as simple as a simple database select delete. That's true. It's not. But I'm just saying is that I don't, it's not that simple because they got redundancies, backups, everything. It's not that simple, right? It's not that simple. So I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on. And you're right about that. It's not that simple. So voice chat is down for some, they're saying. Voice chat is down for some people. YouTube ain't down. It can't be down. Somebody said YouTube's down right now. Yeah, we got a lot of new people. So, like I said, if you're new here, just hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. It looks like a DNS issue. Yeah, that's what I think it is too. That's what I was saying earlier this morning. Hope I'm saying your name right. Oliski. Yeah, because if you like for example, and I'm going to show you this. Like if we look into DNS, which is a service that allows you to see what the current DNS records are for a particular site. If we look at into DNS, right? What we're going to do is we're going to put facebook.com here. So it tells you what the records are because records are public, right? Because it has to be public so they can translate your domain name into the IP address or whatever so that you can properly so that the internet will properly work like we're always used to it. So we go to into DNS, we run a check on facebook.com and we're going to get a result set back. So let's take a look. So we take a look at this result set. We have a mismatched DNS records. We have a DNS records. They're not even responding, right? We got multiple name servers. We got missing name servers reported by the name servers. We got SOS record, no valid SOA record. We got the MS record, which controls emails on a domain that's missing as well. And we got a missing A record, right? So that means that a lot of things are happening here that they haven't fixed yet, right? They're still working on it because this will be fixed first, and then the site would come back online. So if this was a working site, all this will be green. For example, let's go to a working site. What's a working? Let's say eBay. We go to a working site, all of it's green. See, or yellow, but it's all green or yellow, right? It's no red, no emergencies, right? That's a working site. If we go back to Facebook, and this is just domain. It's not about the actual site. It's about the domain, how that domain gets translated into a number so that we can see the site. That's all this is, right? So that's not working. We can see it right here. It's not working, obviously, right? So the issue is a domain. I mean, we don't know what the other issue is, but one of the main issues is true that it is a DNS issue. People keep saying Instagram's back, but it's not back for me. So he says he's good. I guess you are. So is anybody else can confirm that Instagram is back up? Let's take a look. The website's not back up. And let me see. The app probably, I don't think the app's back up. No, the app's not back up either. It's not back up. Maybe it's back up for some people, but not everybody. I don't know. But it's not back up for me, man. So for people that are interested in my mentorship program, so text the word mentor. What's going on here? Yeah, text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. You'll get more information about the mentorship program. And we can, it's just you send a text, you'll get a message right back. So like I said, if you are interested in my lives, right? If you don't want to miss any of my lives, I go live on Instagram and go live on YouTube. Text the word tall to 888-709-2614. And you won't miss any of my lives anymore, right? We said they can't call their girlfriend. You must be on AT&T then. Morse code is working fine. So you have to text me the word mentor. You can't put it here. You have to text it. Text it to 888-709-2614, and you'll get that, and you'll get a message back. And I can also respond to you there. Twitter comments are down. The waffle maker is down. Instagram is still down, man. Everything else seems to be back up. TikTok is back though. I found the Facebook database being sold just now. I'm sure that's a joke. That would be funny if somebody found it on the dark web, somebody selling it. Like I said, I need you guys that are just joining to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button right now. So if you want more content like this, you want to learn more about stocks, finance, tech, businesses, growing businesses, click that subscribe button right now. Right? This is going to be a fun channel. We just started it about 2 weeks ago. Actually, let me see. Yeah, a week ago. We just started this. So somebody says it's part of the ongoing pandemic. The government is going to blame it on CCP and to take more of your freedoms and pretext for a war with China. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I can see it. That's a good, I guess that's a good theory. It's a valid theory, I should say. It's just as valid as any other right now. So it says, I'm a coach and trainer in the UK, and I like that chestnut checkers message. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it, Sam. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Come on, like crooked. There it is. It's supposed to be in the middle. Yeah, that's better. Short sell Facebook. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Facebook, but the Facebook website, the Facebook database is being sold on a website called Raid Forms. Let's take a look at that. I don't see anything about that online. Is Facebook back up? I don't think so. Facebook's not back up. Man, this is a pretty long downage, right? It's a pretty long one. So it could be down the rest of the day, maybe in tomorrow. Somebody has a feeling that Facebook's going to ban everybody. I don't know, man. We'll see. Affiliate apps. What are you talking about? Affiliate apps? I don't understand what they. How would affiliate apps have anything to do with Instagram going down? I'm a little confused there. So so I appreciate you guys subscribing. I really appreciate that, guys. Or hitting that like button when you can. Hope online classes get lost through this. I mean, why would you want online classes? If you've been doing your work, you don't want to lose that work. Now, if you're behind, you want it to get erased. So I'm sure it's some people on online classes in college or whatever. They don't want all that work to get erased. Now, the people that are doing bad want to start over. They're selling Instagram uses information on the dark web. I wouldn't doubt that. I also wouldn't trust nobody selling nothing on the dark web either, unless it's like through some kind of like site. If they're just selling it on I wouldn't trust that, man. They get your Bitcoin or whatever Monero or whatever and run off with it. And they say and they act like they're gonna send you something, man. You can't trust a lot of them people on the dark web. I keep hearing this word Mercury retrograde. Is that some kind of what I keep hearing everybody saying that. What is that? It's some kind of like what do you call like what do you I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. I keep hearing people say that. I don't know. Metro like the month's gonna be bad or something because of that. I don't know what that is. So I can explain it to me. I would appreciate it. Okay, so somebody says that 1.4 million accounts are being sold on Rainforms right now. I want you guys to send me a link. Somebody send me a link of that, right? And I want to see that because I don't know. I have to see it. So a lot of people are new people, man. So like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate a lot of you new guys doing that. The Amazon, let's see, Amazon stock prices drop. Let's take a look at it. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what's happening with Amazon right now. Yeah, yeah, it did drop. It dropped, yeah, but it was everything dropped this morning, man. So it did drop 3%. And the funny thing is that let me see, we do 1 day. Yeah, so it started dropping early this morning. And it went down all day. So it is down 3%. So I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, Amazon is down 3% for the day. And it actually it did the same kind of thing as Facebook. It recovered around 310, then it dropped back down and continued going down. Let's see where Facebook's at right now. Let's see what happened for the rest of the day in the close. So it dropped and never recovered from the previous high, and it's gonna probably just go down into probably gonna hit, it's gonna close at about 324.30 or so. Somebody said they liked my videos. I appreciate that, Wolf YT Gaming. I appreciate you liking my stuff, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna follow you back. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel too. Let me see. I like a little bit of gaming too. Let me do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Wolf YT Gaming. Go ahead, subscribe right now. Wolf Gaming. That's just Wolf Gaming. Where's yours at? Underscore YT, I think. It's you? I don't know. It's not the same. I guess I just gotta find you. I'll subscribe to it, man. Can't find you for some reason. So what we got some questions. What people are asking some questions. They said Squid Game is coming. These messages move so fast. Can anyone else confirm Telegram is down? Yeah, can somebody confirm that Telegram is down or not? Let's take a look on down the down. Let's take a look. Let's take a look on Down Detector. Right? It's Down Detector is a website that it tells us what sites are down by reports of the site being down. So let's take a look here and see if Telegram is down. So yeah, there was a bunch of reports of Telegram being down at about 2 o'clock, about an hour ago. So yeah, so it is Telegram is down. So now Telegram's down. And one of the comments here is Telegram isn't working at the same time as WhatsApp. Kind of suspect. Yeah, that's weird, man. That's weird. So Telegram, we've confirmed that Telegram is having problems right now. All right, so let's add that to this. Talk a little bit about Telegram being down. So users are reporting problems at Telegram now. So Telegram is down also, right? So that's kind of weird. Why would Telegram be down? Something's going on, man. Like I said, we'll probably never know all the details of what's happening. We'll probably never know all the details, right? So we'll always just somebody come on and say, "Oh, I was just this or that or the other," and that's all we'll ever know. We'll never know the details of what's happening right now. Yeah, let's get to 1,000 likes. So right now I got 911. So we need 89 more likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. Right, we got 911. So I need you new guys to like this, like it right now. I need you guys to like this video. We're at 911 likes. I want to get to 1,000. First time ever in history. And we got 912. So I need you guys to like this video. Subscribe to this video. We got 919. We need 71 more. Let's like this video. We got 932. All we need is like what, 68 more. 936. Let's go. Like this video right now. Let's push this over 1,000. 940. We need 60 more. I need you guys to start liking this, right? 949. We got 51 more. Let's go. 950. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep going. We got 956. We got 34. We got 44 more. 962. That means we got 38 more. Let's go. This anxiety is crazy. 964, right? 969. We need 31 more likes. Let's get it over. Let's get it over 1,000. Let's go. 966. Somebody took 3 likes away, which I don't understand that. 971. Let's go. 972. Let's go, man. What we need is 20. We need 23 more likes. Come on, new guys. Like and subscribe to this channel. 985. We need 15 more. Let's go. 15 more likes. 989. We need 11 more likes. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this over 1,000. 995. We need 5 more and we'll be over 1,000. First time ever in history. 997. Let's go. Let's go. 997. 1,000 likes. I appreciate each one of you guys for liking and subscribing to my channel. I thank you guys for that. I appreciate all the support and I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And I hopefully I can return that favor, make some money, give you some knowledge, show you some things and entertain you along the way, right? Somebody said I sound like Obama. Why do people say I sound like Obama? I don't sound like no Obama. People say I sound like Obama, man. People always say that, but I don't think I sound like Obama. New York has a blackout. And I don't believe that. I gotta look that up. I don't think so people are trying to troll now. I don't sound like Biden either. Why do people think I sound like Obama? I don't sound like Obama. I don't think so. I mean, you sound different in your own head than what everybody else sound like, so I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, man. My thing's not coming up. Oh, there we go. So what's going on now? So is Instagram back up? It's respect cool, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. If you guys are saying it respectfully, I'm okay with that. Yo, is Obama live streaming? My teacher had to send our class a message since our group is on Facebook. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got these groups and stuff on Facebook, and now you can't even that's what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff needs to be taken off these social media platforms because it's too they're too integrated. They got too much power. They can ban people, do whatever they want, man. And like it's just too much power for them right now. Is that as I'm saying, if you run a business, if you're running like a church or something, get some of these stuff off of offline. So you have contact with your members, you have contact with your clients when these things go down. How is Michael doing? I don't know who Michael is. Sonia Menzel. How is Michael doing, man? I don't know what that means. So, man, this is the biggest live I ever had. I've never been on live this long. I usually get off in about an hour, and that's on Instagram and everywhere. I've been on this live for what, 2 hours and like some minutes, right? Make me mod. I will time out people that are spamming me. Where's she at? I may do that. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know how to make you. How do I make somebody a mod? I don't even know how to do that. I tried. I just don't know how. Sorry. Let me try to get some people out of here. All right. So let's see. Somebody said twerk. How long does it take to get things back to normal? That's a good question. Well, it depends on how deep the hack is. Sometimes it may take a day or two. It may not be done into the morning because what they said happened is that a lot of the DNS records were deleted. So I mean, it's a lot. I don't know because YouTube has a lot of DNS records. So if they don't, and somebody said the backup was deleted also. So if that happened, it could take days to get back online. But if that's not true, it could take a few hours. So we don't know how long it's going to take. Telegram is down because they have 1 billion new users. I can see that. Earthquake is coming to California. I don't know about that. You can't predict earthquakes yet. So everything in Romania is down. I don't know what that means. Somebody said, we all watching, we don't have nothing to do. I mean, what do you want me to say? Ask some questions. I'll answer them. Nobody's asking. Everybody just saying statements. Nobody's asking anything. Watch out. Another YouTube live breaking down. Stop assuming everything is going on. New World Order. I don't care. So everybody's just saying statements, man. So like I said, I'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about, but somebody got to ask me some questions. Snapchat's not down, right? Snapchat's not down. So what's the name? Somebody asked me and said, what's the name of that DNS site you went to? Well, I'll put it back on the screen. It's called Into DNS. And it's something that a lot of software developers use to be able when we set up a website on a server or whatever, mostly server dudes do this, but I worked at a small company, so I did all of this, years ago. So this is how we know if the DNS is set up correctly. So like I said, if we look at facebook.com, we look at their DNS records, and if they're set up correctly, we'll see a whole bunch of red, right? We'll see a lot of red. And what that means is that something's going on with their DNS servers. right? So if we look at it, you see all this red that doesn't have, that's not normal, right? So this site name is into DNS.com, into DNS.com, right? So that means there's something, look at this mismatch in this, but this stuff is, if I was a web developer still, and I still am, but I don't like get into the weeds of it no more. But if I was running my company like I was 10 years ago and I saw this, I would be screaming at somebody at the top of my lungs right now until it got fixed. That's how serious this is. Your whole business is at a standstill until this gets fixed, right? So all let's say Facebook could easily be losing millions and millions of profit in one day, because some people are gonna. Anytime you have a crisis like this in a tech company, a certain percentage of your users gonna leave. The longer it lasts, the more that they're gonna leave. Some people are just gonna say for some people this was the last straw with Facebook. Now they're moving on to something else. They're moving on to Telegram. They're moving on to TikTok. So you're going to lose maybe 0.5%, 1% of your users right then. And secondly, people lose confidence in the system. Like we're talking about it, that people are going to start moving their information off, building their own mailing lists and stuff. So now people are losing confidence in the system. And thirdly, is that people, is that people just not going to, like I said, you're just not going to trust it anymore. So for a website to be down this long is horrible. Somebody's screaming, somebody's angry. There may be fights going on in boardrooms at Facebook. This is serious, right? This is some serious stuff. Like I said, if it was me and I was back to my company, I would be screaming at somebody. Somebody would get fired for this taking this long. Somebody would have got fired for this. And somebody is going to get fired at Facebook for this. Somebody's getting fired for this. Maybe several people will get fired for this. This is what's called, in the tech world, a career-ending outage. There's a term in the tech world called career-ending outage. That means that something you manage can go down so bad that your whole career is over. That's it. Nobody will ever trust you for nothing ever again. And that's what this is called. It's a career-ending outage. Somebody's done for life off of this. They will never work they may work in a small one, but they'll never work at a big company anymore because they let this happen, right? And it's probably several people that are going to lose their jobs off of this. So this is serious, man. This is a lot of people losing money. Facebook is going to take a big hit in the stock price, also in the lost profit. The ads are down, everything's down. People are not doing nothing for an entire day. That's a lot. Somebody says 1.4 million users compromised by hackers. I don't know about that. I haven't seen anything about that, right? Let's take a look. Nah, there's nothing on there about Facebook being hacked. So I don't know yet. It could be like sometimes the news comes in on a different source than it comes on like this stuff late. Well, I don't see anything on there about it. So maybe but sometimes Google News is late, so we don't know. So somebody just said that, Maestro, can we talk about making money off this advantage? Yeah, we talked about earlier. I don't know if you were on, Stephanie, earlier, but we talked about how there's an oversell happening on Instagram and really Amazon right now. So people are selling it because they're panicking. So in the next few days, if they do get this site back online and everything's good, there's going to be a recovery after that, and we can play that recovery and make some money in an option, whatever, right? So somebody says, how much is the mentorship? Well, you got to DM me for that because it's different. It depends on what you need. So you can't DM me. So I guess just text the word. Is there DMs on YouTube? I don't know. Let's check. I don't know if you can send people private messages on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. So maybe you can. I don't know. There's got to be something, right? Your channel. Can let somebody know that answer? Can you send like DMs or messages on YouTube? This is my first week in YouTube, so I just watch videos and stuff that I've never actually ran a channel. So can you do that? If not, my email is on there. So just click the about in the channel. My email address is there. So send me an email about the mentorship if you're interested. What cell phone providers are down? Well, right now, what we know that AT&T, we know that Cricket is down, we know that T-Mobile is down. What we know so far is we got AT&T, T-Mobile, we got Cricket, and I think it's a third one is down. I forget which one it was. There's a community tab, but no DMs. So yeah, so if you go into the about tab, my email address is there. So click view email address and click that, right? Why is October the worst month for stocks? Well, it's because it's the first month in the fourth quarter. So September and October are volatile months in stocks. And the reason is because people are like the fourth quarter, people start locking in their losses. What that means is that for tax purposes, people want to start selling stock and lock in their losses, right? So they can get a cheaper tax bill. So by doing that, they're dropping the value of the stocks because anytime somebody sells, it's dropping the stock a little bit. So all these people selling, trying to reduce their tax bills. That's one theory. Is that that causes the stock market to go down a little bit. Tinder is down. Tinder, I thought I knew Tinder would be down because Tinder, you have to log in with Facebook or Instagram. So that whole site's down. You can't log in. I can't log into my to some of my stuff because the only way I log in is through Facebook. I can't log in to nothing. So I'm kind of stuck right now on a lot of my services because I can't log in because a lot of my logins are based on different things, right? So you can't log in, you can't get in because it's based on that, right? So somebody says Facebook employees can't even get into the buildings to evaluate because their door badge access doesn't work. I don't know about that, but I mean, that could, I don't know. Somebody said this is one of the Squid Games. Yeah, I kind of want to watch that show, but I don't like the dubbed over stuff. So I don't know. Is this a hack? So I think it's a hack. If you had to ask me, I would say it's a hack. But like I said, we'll never know. They're not going to tell us it was a hack. So we'll never know that it was a hack. They'll say something else. Whatever. They're not going to let everybody know that it's a hack. So, like I said, for the new people coming, I would appreciate if you guys could like this video. And I'd also appreciate it if you guys could could also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could do that for me. So it says, tall guy, do you think this has a connection to the internet getting down weeks ago? I don't think this has a connection. It could, but I don't think so. All right, so guys, I said I would stay online until we got back on Instagram, but it looked like it's going to be a lot longer. So I'm gonna have to let you guys go for the day. Like I said, I appreciate each one of you guys that stayed with me this whole 2 hours, right? So I'll try to jump back on later tonight and talk about this stuff some more. So like I said, I hope you get if you guys like I said, if you want to get in the mentorship program, text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. You can also go into the about tab on my channel and you can go to my email address, send me an email. You can also I want you guys to do two things for me before you leave. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any content, right? But if you want to, you don't want to miss any of my lives, you can text the word tall to 888-709-2614 and you'll get all of my, you'll get all of my, you'll get a text message when I go live. Like I said, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your night.